Yeah, I think we are live now, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes,
Only
we are live. We are live.
Manjuri.
Yes, ma'am. Greetings to our distinguished guests of honor, who are the eminent speakers of the workshop, our judges, educators, students of schools and colleges, and of course, our audience who are watching us live on different social media platforms. Well, to begin today's event, I would like to quote: Stay hungry for knowledge, be humble in your success, and never stop chasing your dreams. Inspired by this line, hope our motto can be achieved today. It's an honor to be amidst versatile people who are trendsetters or wish to do something inspiring in their lives. Well, I am your host, Manjay Sharma, educator, Doordarshan newsreader, Akashvani announcer, director of Creative Writing Modern Age, extending a warm welcome to each one of you on behalf of the entire team of CWME to this workshop on literary and communication skills. So let us look forward for an enlightening session to hone our interpersonal skills, which is crucial for career success and assert ourselves through effective communication. I would now like to request our technical team to play a short video of CWME. I would now like to request our technical team to play a short video of CWME. I would now like to request our technical team to play a short video of CWME. I would now like to request our technical team to play a short video of CWME. Kindly bear with us for these technical glitches. I would now like to request our technical team to play a short video of CWME.
Madame Rachana
Kindly bear with us
put
for this
a
technical.
video. Madame Rachan put a video, but no sound.
Yes, Rachna ma'am, there is no sound in the video. I would now like to request our technical team to play a short video of CWME.
Madame Rachana
Kindly bear with us for
put
this
a
technical.
video. Madame Rachan put a video, but no sound.
Yes, Rachna ma'am, there is no sound in the video. I would now like to request our technical. Rachna ma'am,
I
Rachna
think,
ma'am, are you there? Yes,
yeah.
Rachna ma'am, there is no sound in the video.
The
I
pro
would now like.
There is some problem with the sound. So we'll move ahead. I don't know. The next video will play.
Okay.
Hopefully. But the video was
Rachna ma'am,
visible.
well,
Rashmi?
there. Let us now invoke the divine intervention and we proceed with the online lighting of the lamp. So I request our technical team again to play a video and let us pray for a successful event, hoping that the light of knowledge fades the darkness of ignorance and usher joy and peace in our lives. Line lighting of the lamp. So I request our technical team again to play a video and let us pray for a successful event, hoping that the light of knowledge fades the darkness of ignorance and usher joy and peace in our lives. Line lighting of the lamp. So I request our technical team again to play a video and let us pray for a successful event, hoping that the light of knowledge fades the darkness of ignorance and usher joy and peace in our lives. Line lighting of the lamp. Well, we move on with our further programs. So, listening skills are essential for effective communication, improving problem solving capabilities, building strong relationship, and it boosts one's confidence. A student can comprehend and retain information and actively participate in class discussions. So, before we listen to our speakers, let us all get involved in this first activity of the session. And this will be a kind of warm up, as we all will be engaged in listening to this audio clip on happiness. Well, let me introduce my co host, the talented and enthusiastic Majabin Chaudhary, who recently qualified in NEET 2024. Well, she has a flair for writing poems and has moderated live poetry reading sessions organized by CWME. And now it's over to you, Majabin.
Thank you so much, Manjari ma'am. I'm glad to be present here today. I welcome you all to this platform and I'm sure you all will enjoy today. So, we are up with our first activity, which is an activity on listening skills. So, basically, I request all of you to gladly participate in this event. I'm sure you are going to enjoy. So, we are going to play an audio clip. We are going to play the audio clip twice. I request all the participants, please pay attention to the audio clip. You are going to answer a few questions and the questionnaire will be displayed on your screen. So please listen to the audio clip. Mind it will be played only twice. And I request our judges, Sekyanji sir and Sachini ma'am, please pay attention and see carefully the students who answers all the questions correctly. So here we go. We have the audio. I request the technical team to please play the audio for the students. I request the technical team to please play the audio for the students.
So,
Rachna ma'am, can the audio be played?
I think Rachna ma'am is having a problem with her laptop.
Yes.
So if it is with you, if the
Please,
audio, we are extremely sorry. Please bear with us.
Yeah,
Rachna ma'am,
the audio settings
So if it is with you,
it's with
if
me.
the
It's with
audio.
me.
So, Majubin, if you have the audio clip
We're
with you, extremely sorry. Please bear
yes
with
ma'am, I
us.
have the audio clip with me. If there is an issue, I can play it.
Yeah, please
Yeah.
Rachna ma'am,
Please try it, Majupin.
The audio settings are
Is with you. It's
me.
the
It's with
audio.
me.
Okay, ma'am, I'm doing it then.
Majupin,
No
if
problem.
you have the audio clip, we're extremely sorry. Please bear
Yes,
with
ma'am. I
us.
have the audio clip with me. If there is an issue, I can
Yes.
play it.
Happiness is not something unattainable. It is an inseparable part of our consciousness. We all seek happiness, but few attain it. We are unhappy partly because we desire much more than what we can hope to attain. The secret of happiness lies in the simplification of life. Simple living encourages high thinking, and it leads to contentment of the mind and the soul. A contented man devotes himself to virtues. I do not mean that for simplification of life a man should become an ascetic. For this, one must live in the midst of life and faithfully carry out his responsibilities to his home and to his country. But all this should be done in the spirit of selfless service. A man who wants to lead a happy life should also make others happy. In making others happy, he will taste real and lasting happiness. The secret of perfect happiness lies in renunciation. Wealth may give us joy for a while, and fame may provide us
Well, Majubin, I think the questionnaire should be displayed, and even in this audio clip, there is disturbances in the sound.
They cannot give us permanent happiness. It is only by sacrifice and contentment that
Okay, is it not audible?
No, there has been disturbances
Okay,
in
ma'am,
the
I'm playing
audio.
it once again from the beginning then.
And the questionnaire should be displayed, Majubin, so that simultaneously the students can answer the questions in the chat box, and our judges
Ma'am,
can have a look at it.
ma'am, but the audio was not audible. I'll have to play it once again.
Okay. And if the questionnaire also you can display at the same moment.
Ma'am, I thought after the audio, I'll just be showing the questionnaire.
Okay.
I'll play the audio once again. Students, please cooperate. It's just some technical glitches. We're really sorry for it.
happiness is not something unattainable. It is an inseparable part of our consciousness. We all seek happiness, but few attain it. We are unhappy partly because we desire much more than what we can hope to attain. The secret of happiness lies in the simplification of life. Simple living encourages high thinking, and it leads to contentment of the mind and the soul. A contented man devotes himself to virtues. I do not mean that for simplification of life a man should become an ascetic. For this, one must live in the midst of life and faithfully carry out his responsibilities to his home and to his country. But all this should be done in the spirit of selfless service. A man who wants to lead a happy life should also make others happy. In making others happy, he will taste real and lasting happiness. The secret of perfect happiness lies in renunciation. Wealth may give us joy for a while, and fame may provide us with fleeting excitement, but they cannot give us permanent happiness. In doing one's duties sincerely, one feels peace of mind, which is an important essence of happiness. It is only by cultivating spirit of renunciation, self-sacrifice, and contentment that one can really be happy. The strings of misfortune spare none, and they will not cow such a person. Happiness is like the sun, it is often hidden by the clouds of thoughts, worries, and desires. We have to scatter and dissolve them to experience happiness. You don't have to create happiness, all you have to do is calm your mind, because when there is a quiet mind and inner peace, there is happiness.
Okay, ma'am, we are done with the audio clip, and I hope it was well audible.
Yes, it was audible. So you can display the questionnaire
Okay, ma'am.
and we give 2 minutes time.
You have the questionnaire in front of you. Please answer the questions as you have heard the audio which I played a while ago. You have 2 minutes time. Please try to answer all the questions correctly, and I request the judges, Sekyanji sir and Sachini ma'am, please check the answers, and students, you send your answers in the chat box, please. Everyone, don't send your answers randomly. Write it together and send it so that we can have a track of who has written all the answers correctly.
Yeah, in the correct sequence. Like if one is option A, so 1A, 2B, likewise. 3C, not one by one. So we have students just writing one by one. Please don't do that in a sequence. 1A, 2B, 3C, 4D, likewise. So well, that was a warm-up activity also, a listening activity, which is an important part of communication skills. Because if we listen to someone perfectly and with giving a lot of interest, then only we can speak confidently and we can write, because we have to gather information in that way. So listening activity is very essential. So it's a part of the curriculum till class 12.
Students, you have 1 more minute. Harshita Borwa, very good. You have written in a very correct order. Everyone, please follow her. Write it like that way. Otherwise, it gets difficult for us.
Okay, so I think time is up. Whoever has answered has answered. Okay, so
Yes, ma'am.
kept our speakers waiting. So sorry for that, but we needed really to do this listening activity. Hope our eminent speakers bear with us, because for effective communication and listening properly to your speeches, we wanted the students to get engaged, and hope our speakers don't mind that. So we move on with our very first speaker. So we at first have our honorable guest from USA, Jeannie Repstead, ma'am. She is an award winning international speaker, global educationist, actress, and comedian. She had worked as lecturer at Purdue University and Indiana University, and also as an instructor of the Peach Masters Workshop for Entrepreneurs at Purdue University Northwest Commercialization and Manufacturing Excellence Center in Hammond, Indiana. She has taught various subjects and presents online English conversation classes for different international institutions. Her versatility extends to her role in her trademarked one of a kind humorous show, Jeannie Repstead Presents Comic Sketches, and Jeannie Repstead's Happy Hat Parade Show. With a master's degree in communication and fine arts, she offers varied humor workshops for business and youthful speakers. We are indeed privileged to have such a multi talented, beautiful lady, Jeannie Repstead, ma'am. Welcome to our event, ma'am. And your smile is really infectious. So you're looking beautiful tonight, ma'am, with your lovely hat. So, welcome to our event. I hope our students will really be benefited by your deliberation. And your topic is crafting a successful speech presentation. And to improve one's oratory skills and make our students a confident person, I hope everybody will listen to Jeannie Ma'am's presentation. So, this is a little bit of felicitation of our guest of honor, Jeannie Repstead, ma'am.
Thank you very kindly for that wonderful introduction and for that display that was just on the screen. I absolutely loved it. Thank you very much. I have a slideshow which I would like to share. Can I do that at this time, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to go here. All right, let's share this and wait. Slideshow and I'd like to start my presentation by telling you how happy I am to be here. I'd like to ask, is this a good sound level? Can everybody hear me? Good,
Yes, ma'am.
thank you. One of the first things that I want to express is my delight in how many students are in this audience, because I really tailored my presentation to you. And I'm just delighted that you are here, and I hope that I will share some things that you can travel with throughout your life as you develop your effective communication skills. You know, we are not born effective communicators. We learn how to communicate effectively as we go through life, one small victory at a time. And if you're in a speech communication class, somebody is giving you information that you can take and help develop your skills. Now, the very first thing that I want to teach you is that every speaker is given an allotted time. For example, today I have 8 to 10 minutes. So the very first thing I did following my introduction is I wrote down on my piece of paper here my start time. Do you know why? Because I don't want to run over. When we run over as speakers, we interfere with the schedule that the host has. And I have been in conferences where people have had 10 minutes to speak and they speak for 25, 30 minutes. They never stop talking. We don't ever want to do that as speakers. Whether we're a student speaker in a class or whether we are presenting at a conference, a webinar, anything, we always want to be a courteous speaker. So I'm going to keep track of my time. I'm moving to the next slide. Okay. The 5 components of a successful speech presentation are the speaker, the audience, the purpose of the speech content, and the speaker delivery. And if you want to take screenshots of these slides to use later, please feel free to do that. So I'm going to talk in depth about each one of these components, but this is 5 components that I have put together in my lesson plans. There are probably others, but these come from my mind and my experience as a public speaker. All right, now the attributes of a good speaker is that they are confident, they're self-aware, they're enthusiastic, they speak concisely, they have the ability to read the room, even the virtual room that they're in. They're flexible and adaptable, because you saw earlier, we had technical problems. So the speakers who were in charge of those segments had to be flexible and adaptable because things weren't going the way that everybody wanted them to go, and that you have to dress the part. I really, really mean that. Now I'm going to dive a little bit deeper. If I'm going to move this out of the way so you can see my slide better. You'll notice also that I have done a photo credit. This is one of the things that we do as we develop our professional speaking skills, is we make attributions to the graphics that we've taken from various sources. This is from Free Pick. And it's a very good example of a confident speaker who's well-dressed and who seems very enthusiastic and aware of what he is doing. So that's the reason why I chose that. Okay, now, I'd like to talk a little bit more about the confidence. So let me just talk over this slide. Confidence is something that we learn as we go along. As I mentioned earlier, one small victory at a time. So when we develop our skills, we develop confidence. And I want you, if you have any self-doubt about your ability to speak, whether in your speech classes or at social organizations, your places of worship, I want you to fight that kind of self-doubt. We have to stop that negative self-talk. I call it internal noise. And when I was teaching university students, many of them came to my classes without any previous speech training whatsoever. None in high school, none in middle school, and my class was the first one that they were having at university. And so they were very self-conscious. They lacked confidence. They were, quite frankly, a little afraid. So we did speechcraft exercises to help them develop confidence within themselves. And I was constantly telling them, you know, stop that internal noise. Internal noise is this. Oh, I'm not good at this. Why are they making me do this? I don't want to do this. This scares me. That's negative, and it will not help you become a better speaker. What you change is that internal chat to, oh, my speech went better this time. I really am improving. I'm getting better at this every time. That is the kind of self-affirmation and talk that you want to have. All right. When we take the stage with confidence, this big audience that we see here, I've been speaking for a long time. I come out if I'm in person. I take the stage, big smile to everybody, and I make myself deliver a message through my actions to the audience that tells them, I'm happy to be here with you. I've got a great presentation. I'm prepared and ready to go. You are safe with me. I've got this. That's the message that we want to send to our audience, because then they can relax and enjoy us. If we come stumbling out there and we act like we don't know what we're doing, they begin to start worrying that we don't know what we're doing, right? So this is the thing that we want to prepare ourselves to look and act confidently. So we begin to know who our audience is. When I get booked for a show, I ask the booker, who are these people I'll be performing for? And then they tell me about the demographics. They tell me their ages, their general sex, because sometimes it's mostly ladies. because I do a hat show and all ladies come to that. And then what is the audience expecting from me? If I'm doing a humor show, they want to laugh. They expect me to entertain them, right? And once I go to the event, I make sure that I deliver the goods. They want to laugh, I make sure I give them laughs. That's what a professional speaker does. One of the most important things that we talked about from the very opening is we have to know what is the purpose of this speech. Why are we all here? Is this a ceremonial speech? Is this a debate? Am I demonstrating something to the audience? Is this an introductory speech? Am I there to entertain them, which is often what I'm there for? I have a couple of shows, I get booked, I bring my show, and the audience is expecting me to put on a show and entertain them so that they can have a pleasant, laugh-filled afternoon. Am I there to explain something to them? Is this an impromptu speech? Is this informative? Am I there to tell them something that they need to know? Am I there to inspire them for some reason or motivate them like sometimes I did with my students? Is this sort of an oratorical speech? Am I there to persuade them? This is another thing that I would do, teach my students how to develop a persuasive speech. Is it a tribute speech? I'm there praising somebody who has done some remarkable things. So we always have to know what is the purpose of the speech, why we're there. Then we develop our content. The contents are the words that the speaker chooses to relay their story, their subject matter, their main points, their ideas. And you should always speak in a way that others love to listen to you. So that means keep your content directed toward the demographic. That is why I mentioned earlier that the audience is an important component. If you are speaking to people your age, you're going to probably take a different attitude toward the presentation. If you're speaking to older people, you'll probably choose your content a little bit differently. And as we had the exercise at the beginning of the program, listen. We have to learn to listen because that's one of the important things. And this is information from Toastmasters. I was a Toastmaster for 20 years. I'm no longer anymore. But once again, I am showing my attribution of my graphic. Tips on choosing the right words. The words are powerful, so you need to develop your wordsmithing skills. Avoid things that are abstract or ambiguous. You don't want that kind of thing. So be empathetic at all times. Choose words that add impact and power to your text. And I use a thesaurus, and it's wonderful to have it online. So we want to make speaker delivery an important issue. And this isn't just the style of the speech. This is things that you choose, like hand gestures, body movement, facial expressions. These are the choices that you make. And if you don't make those choices, you can be unprepared. The most common delivery methods are impromptu, manuscript, memorized, and extemporaneous. I am not covering them in this speech. That is topics for another time. Delivery choices are vocal variety, underlying attitude, underlying emotion, facial expressions, hand gestures, and body movement. This is a photo of a breakout speaking session I had recently at Purdue University, West Lafayette. I can't see my clock, so I'm wondering, I probably am running out of time here. So I need to wrap this up. See, this is me being a good steward. I have vocal variety here. Please take screenshots of these and you can use them later on. And knowing how to use your hands is very important. Palm up is submissive, palm down signifies authority. Pointing fingers is something no audience wants. Visual aids, make sure that they work because sometimes they don't. And if they don't, have a backup plan. Here's my conclusion. You can take a screenshot of this. The 5 components are speaker, audience, purpose of the speech content, and the speaker's delivery of that content. Words have power. Now I'm showing my bibliography, which is what all professional speakers do. They show where they got their content. So this is the bibliography from my presentation. And then I'd like to thank you for the kind invitation to be here. And I'll stop sharing.
Thank you, ma'am.
I
Your
went over time, sorry.
No, ma'am, it's all right. We hardly could notice the time. We were so much engrossed in it. So, thank you so much for your invaluable presentation, and it will surely help our students to inculcate these power skills, showcasing the power of the human mind and the power of our words. You talk perfectly about time management, being empathetic, and being perfect in the choice of words with proper gesture. And it was wonderful, ma'am, listening to you. Thank you
Thank,
once again.
thank you.
Well, we now proceed with an activity which showcases a person's prowess in public speaking. Yes, now we have a declamation speech, which also incorporates the speaker's feeling and interpret the content of their speech. For today's event, we had given 4 choices from the speeches of great leaders to exemplify how emotive delivery can bring change. Now, I would like to request the technical team to display the topics. So these were the topics of these great personalities. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, whose speech was My Vision for India. Martin Luther King Jr., I Have a Dream. Nelson Mandela, inaugural speech. There is a spelling mistake, sorry for that. Abraham Lincoln, Gettysburg Address. So we had selected 4 declamation speech, and I would just like to ask the participants if they would like to say a declamation speech on any one of them. You can please raise your hand. So
Jenny ma'am has raised her hand, I think.
yes, Jenny ma'am is raising her hand. It will be very nicely to listen to her. So we have Akshita Burman, we have Samyadeep Mahato, we have Adrika Borthakur. So we have almost 3 children interested in it. Okay then, so let's listen to Adrika Borthakur first, what she has to say. So Adrika.
And what is my role? My role is to choose the topic.
No? So
No?
ma'am, you can decide who speaks nicely, whose is the best one.
Oh, okay. So I'm
And we
sort
would
of.
also love to listen to you, of course. So you can judge our students and point out the flaws if they have any. So Adrika Borthakur, I would like to request Adrika Borthakur to
Good
kindly.
evening, ma'am.
Yes.
Am I audible?
Yes. So
Thank you. Good evening to everyone present here. I am Adrika Borthakur, studying in class 11, science stream of Marius Public School. Today, I am going to deliver Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam's My Vision for India. I have 3 visions for India. In 3,000 years of our history, people from all over the world have come and invaded us, captured our lands, conquered our minds. From Alexander onwards, the Greeks, the Turks, the Mughals, the Portuguese, the British, the French, the Dutch, all of them came and looted us, took over what was ours. Yet, we have not done this to any other nation. We have not conquered anyone. We have not grabbed their land, their culture, and their history and tried to enforce our way of life on them. Why? Because we respect the freedom of others. That is why my first vision is that of freedom. I believe that India got its first vision of this in 1857 when we started the War of Independence. It is this freedom that we must protect and nurture and build on. If we are not free, no one will respect us. We have 10% growth rate in most areas. Our poverty levels are falling. Our achievements are being globally recognized today. Yet, we lack the self confidence to see ourselves as a developed nation, self reliant, and self assured. Isn't that incorrect? My second vision for India is development. For 50 years, we have been a developing nation. It is time we see ourselves as a developed nation. We are among top 5 nations in the world in terms of GDP. I have a third vision. India must stand up to the world because I believe that unless India stands up to the world, no one will respect us. Only strength respects strength. We must be strong not only as a military power, but also as an economic power. Both must go hand in hand. My good fortune was to have worked with three great minds: Dr. Vikram Sarabhai of the Department of Space, Professor Satish Dhawan, who succeeded him, and Dr. Brahm Prakash, father of nuclear material. I was lucky to have worked with all three of them closely and consider this the great opportunity of my life. Thank you.
Thank you. So thank you, Adrika. Well, to mention that Adrika, she is a class 11 student of Marius Public School, and she passed her class 10 board exam. I think Adrika with 98% marks, isn't it?
Yes,
Okay. Yes, so that's great. And she had won several awards in inter-school literary meets. And in 2023, she had won the first prize in extempore speech and in an inter-school extempore speech competition. And that's really great, you know. And you selected our beloved former president of India, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam's speech. And this speech had inspired millions. And, you know, over here listening to you, I would like to quote his lines. You have to dream before your dreams come true. So your speech truly reveals his vision to motivate people to build a stronger India. Thank you, Adrika. Well, thank you. Well, we move on with the next participant. So we have Akshita Burman.
Good evening, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, Akshita, you are audible.
Good evening to everybody present here. I am Akshita Burman. I am from Marias Public School, Assam, India. I have prepared a speech on Martin Luther King Jr. speech called I Have a Dream. Ma'am, may I start?
Yes. A very nice selection.
Okay, ma'am. Ladies and gentlemen, I stand before you today to address one of history's most glaring issues that we as a sovereign nation have constantly failed at resolving. On 1st January 1863, President Abraham Lincoln signed the Emancipation Proclamation. This decree came to serve as a joyous daybreak of hope for the millions of Negro slaves in America from the gross and blatant nights of injustice that they had been subjected to by the state. But 100 years later, the Negro is still not free. 100 years later, the Negro still have to suffer from the evils of society and apartheid. 100 years later, the Negro is still unemployed and living on a lonely island of poverty. Today, I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its belief and ideologies. I have a dream that one day on the plains of Texas, children of different races will join hands and walk together as friends, undivided by their differences. I have a dream that one day in the heartlands of America, the sons of former slaves and sons of former slave owners will sit together in the spirit of brotherhood and build a future not defined by the sins of their past, but by a shared hope for a brighter tomorrow. I have a dream that one day, even in the streets of Chicago, a city scarred by violence and poverty, peace and prosperity between the whites and the blacks will flourish like never before. I dream of a day when children will be valued not for the color of their skin, but for the depth of their character. I have a dream that one day, down in Alabama, a state marked by vicious racists and a governor who continually refuses to acknowledge the Negroes, little black boys and black girls will be able to clasp hands with little white boys and white girls as brothers and sisters. I have a dream today. I have a dream that one day every hill and mountain shall be leveled, the rough places will be smoothed, and the crooked paths will be made straight, and we can revel at the utmost prosperity of white and black. This is our hope. This is the faith I have in the future of our America. With this faith, we shall be able to repair the cracks and bruises of generational apartheid on our society. With this faith, we shall reunite the Jews with the Muslims, the Germans with the Israelis, and the whites with the Negroes. With this faith, we will be able to work together, pray together, to struggle together, to go to jail together, and to stand up for freedom together. With this faith, we shall return great America to its former glory, with persons of each community coexisting in eternal peace and brotherhood. I have a dream. Thank you.
Thank you, Akshita. So that was, simply awesome. And I think our judges will also comment on that. Well, talking about Akshita, she is a class 8 student of Maria's Public School, and she has a great flair for writing poems and short stories, and she plans to publish her book soon. So best wishes, Akshita.
Thank you, ma'am.
And thank you. As we know, this American Baptist minister, Martin Luther King Jr., activist and political philosopher, was one of the most prominent leaders in the civil rights movement from 1955 until his assassination in 1968. I Have a Dream as a public speech delivered in 1963 to put an end to racism. And that was really great. So thank you once again, Akshita.
Thank you, ma'am, for giving me the opportunity to come here and speak.
Thank you. It's our pleasure. So next we have Sabreen Anwar raising the hand. So Sabreen Anwar, the next participant. Yes.
Good morning, everyone. Today I wanted to. Audible. Am I audible now?
Yes, you are audible, Sabreen.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. Today I wanted to be sharing with you an amazing person. So, today I'm going to be talking about Martin Luther King Jr. I have a dream. Martin Luther King Jr. Fought for something very important: equality. Martin Luther King Jr. was born in 1929. Martin Luther King Jr. He believed that no matter skin color, everyone should be united and should be together. Martin Luther King's speech. Martin Luther King's speech made many people change their minds and help them.
Yes, Sabreen.
There's an internet connection once. Disconnection 1 second.
Yes.
Am I audible now?
Yes, Sabreen. You can continue.
So, Martin Luther King Jr. made many people believe that no matter what color they have or all their differences, everyone should always be united and stay together and to always be happy. Thank you.
Thank you, Sabreen. That was nice to know about Martin Luther King Jr. And can you tell us something about you, Sabri?
About me, my name is Sabine Anwar. I am 9 years old and I am in fourth grade.
Okay.
I also like to write books and read books, and I also like to learn new things. And I've also published a book this May in the summer vacations. My book's name is Sabrine's Treetop Rescue.
Oh, great. So we do hope that all the students who are here, they will surely grab a copy of your book. You can give the name of your book in the chat box, Sabri.
Yes, I
Okay.
will.
Yes, surely. So that were the three participants of our declamation speech. So do you have something to say, ma'am, Jeannie, ma'am?
Yes, I do. It was a
Yes.
real pleasure to listen to these speeches. And so I would like to offer a few comments, if you wouldn't mind, to the speakers in the order that they spoke. The first speech was about my vision for India, and I was very interested in hearing that speech because you see, I don't have that information. So this was new to me. It was inspiring to me. It taught me things, and I was really very impressed with the speaker, Adrika. Let me see if I can find her on there. If I can find her on the, no, wait.
Yes, Adrika.
I'm just trying to find, oh yes, I can see. No, oh yes, I can see you. First of all, I want to commend you on your speaking ability. You are really developing into a very fine public speaker. And you have a brilliant future ahead of you. You emoted, you were passionate, you had the facts right, you touched me. I really think you did an excellent job. Keep it up because you have a really great career ahead of you. If you choose a job where you need to speak to people, you are a long way down the road. You got that going for you. So you are confident, and I was very impressed with your presentation. So congratulations. Okay, so the second speaker, Akshita Barman, speaking about Martin Luther King. She delivered the Martin Luther King speech. And do I get to see her, or she's not there?
Yes, she is there, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Congratulations on choosing this particular speech. It showed me that you are a humanitarian, that you really recognized that injustice was being done to people, and this moved you to the point that you chose this speech because you feel very sincerely about it. It's the I Have a Dream speech is one of my favorite speeches in
Yes, ma'am.
American orators, of which Martin Luther King was a very great orator and a civil rights leader, and he suffered a lot of things. And I really felt that you did a great job. You were energetic, you were committed to the topic. I was very just proud of you, very, very proud of you. So I think that you did a marvelous job. And I think that when you keep developing yourself, because how old are you? I didn't get how old you are.
Ma'am, I'm 14. I'll be 14 this August.
So you have a brilliant career ahead of you. And what I would like you to think about when you are doing rehearsals of speeches is the value of inserting pauses, because Martin Luther King made so many good points. So we need to talk, breathe, talk, breathe. And that will really help you, I think, improve, because you are marvelous. You did a really great job, and I'm very proud of you. You can be proud of yourself. So
Thank you.
the last speaker, I understand she's 9 years old. This is Sabrine Anwar. Is she here?
Sabrine, Sabrine, are you there?
Oh,
Yes.
there she is.
Yes.
So you are 9 years old, right? That's what you said? And
Yes.
you've already published a book?
Yes.
Wow. Wow, that is just sensational. I am so impressed and inspired by you. And I'm sure you're very proud of your efforts. I could tell, even though you didn't deliver the speech, you talked about the man. I could tell that you were very attracted to the equality of his theme. And that you are, you were happy that his words influenced other people to help change their thinking so that we could improve a situation that was not good for a lot of people. But I just think for somebody 9 years old, you are just sensational. You are so encouraging, and you have a brilliant future ahead of you. Keep up the good work. And thank you, everybody, for allowing me to comment on these brilliant speakers. It was a lot of fun for me.
Thank
Thank
you.
Thank you so much, Jenny ma'am. So that's why, we chose the declamation activity. So we wanted our children to perform in this way, to feel that, to emote that feelings of these great leaders. And as you said, I Have a Dream is one of history's famous, means it can display the oratory skills. And even as you said, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, the former president of India, his speech, that is a very famous one. So our children are they will be really encouraged the way you commented, you gave your feedback. So thank you once again, ma'am.
My pleasure.
So, our next guest of honor, Professor Dr. Pramod Kumar Rajput from Ahmedabad, is the inspirational towering icon leading several groups with his expertise in the educational arena and managerial leadership. He is not only a PhD holder but honored with 12 honorary doctorate degrees and a series of degrees of repute. He is a life member of Leadership Excellence Harvard Square, Cambridge, life member of the Indian Society for Training and Development, India, a global speaker, corporate trainer, educator, international life coach, and the list goes on. He strongly believes that till the breath is, learning is, which will always be shared to one and all to build a better humankind to make nation shine. Exactly, sir. Till our last breath, we keep on learning, and if it is shared, we help in making our nation progress. You are such a humble and knowledgeable person that in any events or webinars, your presence always adds this positive vibes. You make everyone feel at ease, and our students too will also feel so, like in the last workshop they had felt, and you thereby make everybody participate confidently. Well, we have the extempore speech activity where our participants will soon participate. So before we proceed, I would like to acclaim Dr. Rajput sir's role as a global ambassador of Commonwealth Entrepreneurs Club UK, global vice president of Global Educators Forum, etc., and also as an author. I was lucky enough to get a signed copy of his recent book, The Leaders with Leaders, in an event in Mumbai on 6 March 2024. And this is the copy. So, with an unending list of recognitions and awards, let me soon request Dr. Rajput sir to take over after an online felicitation. I would like to request the technical team for the online felicitation of Dr. Rajput sir. Yes, Rachna ma'am. Is there any problem now
No,
in
no.
playing the video? Well, as you try playing the video, sorry for the technical glitch again. So, I couldn't help talking about this book. I wanted to show it. I don't know, it's coming blurred. Can you
It's
see?
coming little.
It's coming.
Yeah,
So
yes.
this is the book, The Leaders with Leaders. And it's so nicely, it's signed by Sir. To my sister Manjari, with regards, Rajput sir. So that was something, his gesture was so noble. It touched my heart. And I read the book and it's so inspirational. And I think, every student should read it. Like when you wrote about this mindset, attitude of gratitude, vision, cross cultural diversity, etc., which are needed to be a leader, I hope many of our students who will sit soon for the counseling in different medical and engineering colleges, they will be surely benefited. We have many of them joining in now. So I can see Ayan Bhaskar. So I think there will be many queries that you have to put forth to Rajput sir. So this is the book. I think you should grab a copy soon. So here we have Rajput sir with the topic significance of extempore skills in communication.
Thank you so much, my respected sister, because I always treat you, respect you, regard you as my younger sister. And I'm very happy and feeling blessed that once again Professor Dr. Rachna Chakraborty ma'am had invited me on this wonderful platform where I'm able to see all the young minds which are the brightening stars. So thank you, Professor Rachna ma'am. I'm also able to see Professor Nada, which is a family, Jenny ma'am, which is again a family, right? So we feel so blessed that we are in the family where we are able to learn from each other. And thank you, Jenny ma'am, for your wonderful presentation. I would also like to appreciate the three students, of course, all of the students, but the three students which they have taken the initiative and they have spoken so well. And at the same time, Jenny ma'am has also given their special remarks that yes, how these students, they can make a lot of difference in the coming time. So thank you once again. And I'm coming back to my topic, which is basically on the extempore speaking. So I just want to share my slide with the due respect to everybody. Okay, my slides are visible now?
Yes, sir.
Right. Okay. So here, this is a blank slide, but the blank cannot be blank. The blank has to be with something, right? So it is on the extempore. So many of the students, many of the seniors, many of the elders, when they think that they are supposed to be on the dais, what they are going to speak? Oh my God, what is going to happen? Oh my God. But now this, oh my God, has to be, oh wow, we did it. And then, yes, you have made the things happen. This is the way the extempore speaking means to be. Now, what is extempore speaking? A speech which is being delivered on the spot without prior preparation, of course, because it's just the mental thing which has to be taken care. Form of the public speaking, because I just took a couple of the words from Jenny ma'am, but she said about it, the audience which has to be taken care. Think quickly, fastly, what is required as per the audience. Organize the thoughts, channelize the things, which is very, very important, and deliver a rational speech, which is required by the audience, and limited time frame. Jenny ma'am said 10 minutes, and we have the 10 minutes of the time, right? So if we will not do, then what will going to happen? Everybody will clap, but there's a humor. Then I have to ask my audience if they had any questions for after my speech. One person raised their hand and asked, when does the torture is going to end? So, so the extempore speech, right? There has to be humor in that, right? So people should enjoy that. It is very, very important. Now coming back to the things, right? Now, what are the things which is characteristics? Because it is very, very important to have the characteristic. Limited preparation, because we don't have the time. The person on the stage will invite you that you please come and give the speech. So by the time you're walking toward the dais, right, you have just 1 minute, 2 minutes of time. So start thinking fast, like our computer RAM, start thinking fast. Spontaneity and adaptability. Then structure the idea, what the idea has to be put and which is the way we are going to put it. Knowledge and awareness is very, very important, and time management because it is the need of the hour with the confidence and delivery. So all these things is the blend of everything which is going to make a good speaker and an extempore speaker. Challenge speaker to think critically and communicate effectively. Think critically and communicate effectively so that people should listen. I just take again the clue from the Jenny ma'am, what she said, speak as a way the other love to listen to you, and listen the other way they love to speak to you. And this she has taken from the Toastmaster, so I just wrote that part, which is very important. Now, how the thing is benefits of the extempore speaking. A lot of benefits are there. It enhances our communication skills. When we talk about the communication skills, the right word, right way chosen, where to put it, in which way to put it, that is a part of the communication skills. And what are the which way we are going to speak, what the modulation is going to make a difference, that is the communication skills. Allows to express their ideas confidently. So there, whatever you want to express it, the people should be able to understand you well. The skills of organizing thoughts quickly and delivering. So organize and deliver, and take the entire audience along with you. Overcome with the fear of public speaking, because that is the way that we have to come out, because people, they fear. They must be a very, very intelligent people. They are the most knowledgeable people. Then when we tell them to come on the dais, they will have shiver, shiver, shiver. Oh my God, what I will speak. And then they will forget. So that will not is going to happen. And enhances ability to analyze the information, because today we are in the AI world. Plethora of information is there, but what to choose and what to deliver it, it is very important in the extempore speaking. Ability to convey ideas consciously and effectively. So this is the characteristics which has to be there, and this will be the benefits of the extempore speaking. Now, what are the three things are there which is important? How one can do extempore speaking? So there are 3 T's are there in the stretching the speech. 3 T's. One is T is telling the audience what you are going to tell them. Telling the audience so that everybody should be thinking alike. Second is telling them what you want to tell them. What you are going to tell them, what you want to tell them, in what context you are going to tell them, and telling them what you told them in the last. So summarizing the thing, which is very important. So this is the way that you'll be able to fulfill the 3 part of the loop, which is the need of the hour. Coming to the next point, traits of the extempore speaking, because when there is the benefits are there, when the characteristics are there, there has to be some traits also. Of course, we have to have the traits. And what are the traits are there? Quick thinking, fast, like this, right? Structure the thoughts and present them effectively. Take the things, what you have seen, what you have learned, right? And it can make a difference. Clarity of the speech, because it is always said that what you want to communicate, the other person should be able to understand the same way, the way which you want to communicate, so that it should be resonating on both the sides. Confidence with conviction to engage the listener, because you can see when somebody comes there, say, hello, good morning, today I am here, I will be speaking, nobody will listen. And I say, hi, good morning to everybody, today I had come here, I'm going to speak on this wonderful session, on this wonderful subject, so I'm sure you are going to enjoy it. Let us engross together about the session. See the difference. So that is the confidence and the conviction which makes a real difference about it. Provide insightful perspectives through the knowledge and awareness. That is the reason we say the more we learn, the more the knowledge will come to us. Information is again plenty, but the knowledge has to be taken, and then the awareness will be put on that as a spice to this. That is the secret sauce. And the secret sauce is going to help all of us to be an extempore speaker. And in the last, I will say that adaptable and flexible speech based on the context. So you have to change the thing which is important. You have to see how the audience is resonating with you. So then the flexibility is the need of the hour. And that is again with the critical thinking and fast way of moving the things. Now, coming to the next point, which is very important. Oh, he's a clown. Oh my God. Right. Why the clown has come? So when we are speaking, we should not be a clown. People should not say, oh my God, some joker has come. and is talking. No, it has to be, I can say, I don't have a fear of public speaking. I think, right? But actually, I have a fear of public not listening. So, so I am coordinating with the very first slide, and this is the last slide. So I have a fear. So it means the content, the delivery, the way what you're speaking, right? It should be as per the requirement of the public, which is very, very important. So the tips for extreme speech, the last slide, read a lot about the current affairs, which is very important. Because the more you read, the more knowledge will come, the more wisdom is going to come. Just stick to the topic. Don't go here, there. Nobody wants that part. Mind mapping, right? Mind mapping means you have to map your mind with the audience, which is the real requirement. See what they wanted, what type of the audience they have. Have an opening paragraph, right? Start with some beautiful quote, right? Like the Manjoi ma'am has started about the Steve Jobs. I always say, I remember his convocation speech, the point number 3, stay hungry, stay foolish. Right. It means it is very important that we have to learn a lot. If we will not be learning, then we will be a hungry person, right? And try to get the attention of the audience, involve the audience. Like when I was showing two of the joke slides, Jenny ma'am was smiling, Professor Nada ma'am was smiling. So in that way, you should involve the audience because they should feel that you are a part of them, and you should feel that you are a part of this beautiful audience, because that opportunity, once it is there with you, you will not get the second time. And then only the people will respect you, that wow, what a great speaker the person is. And conclude by summarizing the topic. So that's why start and conclude it, so that people should have the take home message. The take home message is very, very important. And thank you so much. So let's interact. I'm with you. I'm in the LinkedIn, right? So connect me on the LinkedIn. Thank you so much. And once again, I'm stopping my share. So this is all about extempore speaking. Thank you. And I'm sure the students, they would have enjoyed it and they would have loved it. So have some humor, have some happiness in that, and make your mind free, right? Don't be in the tension. Feel that, yes, you are the best speaker. You are the best speaker of the world. That self-confidence is going to make a difference. Do some practice about it. Think about the things, right? And then you are going to rock the way it is required. Thank you once again.
Thank you, sir. Surely with this self-confidence, we are going to rock. What say, students? Yes. So indeed, your valuable insights and tips for our students will surely help them embark confidently on their journey of self-discovery. Yes, sir, when you show the blank page to portray that this is extempore speech, that was simply, I love that idea. Well, we don't know the topic, so we should think critically and overcome the fear while engaging the listeners. And that was really a very nice tip to all our students and also to us. So it is basically extempore that has an excellent approach to practicing your communication, encouraging you to think quickly and creatively, along with time management, as you spoke. And that was a great takeaway, I must say. Well, here's an extempore activity, and the list will be displayed on the screen here, and the participants can choose anyone. May I request the technical team to display the list? And students, you can raise your hand. I would like to request our judges, Sachini ma'am and Sikyanji sir, along with Rajput sir, to kindly monitor. So our participants, so who would like to participate? The topics are gender equality, role of technology in education, importance of co-curricular activities, if I were the Prime Minister for a day, embracing diversity for a harmonious society, the significance of self-motivation, the art of effective communication and relationships, the role of education in shaping our future. So come on, students. Grab this opportunity, select one of the topic and raise your hand. So we have Aishani Ganguly, Ayushman Nair, Sabreen Anwar. Okay, so we start with Aishani Ganguly.
Thank you, ma'am, for giving me the opportunity. Good evening, everyone. Myself,
Ye-
Aishani Nagpuri, and I'm from Shempert Futuristic School, Guwahati, Assam, and I'm currently in the 10th grade. So today, the topic which I have chosen to present is the importance of co-curricular activities. I hope I'm audible.
Harshini,
Yes.
I think your camera is not on. You need to
Yes,
switch
ma'am.
on your
Actually,
camera.
this area I'm having a bit of network issues. That's why I've not kept the camera
We
on.
want to see you in extempore speech.
Is this okay, ma'am?
Yeah, that's
Please, please
yeah.
ignore the bit glitch in the between. So, importance of co-curricular activities. Nowadays, when we talk about education, when we talk about Indian education, more like we have seen that society, see, like different boards of like education, they all just put students pressure in academics. I mean, I think most of the schools in my area or well in India, more like have have not put pressure in other curricular activities and only academics. And this is completely different from that of America or even Britain. Only and like I think only about 5% of the schools in the country truly provide students with opportunities to actually excel in co-curricular activities. Now, this is not only because of the education system, it's also because of the society. When we talk about people trying to give importance to co-curricular activities, it's not only about music and dance, it's about sports as well. As so I think that when people they give you like when you go and ask someone like what is their dream, and someone says that I want to become an artist or I want to become a musician or a cricketer, something like that, they are always like they kind of ignore it. They are like they degrade the dream, and which it makes the student think that why am I doing this, it has no scope, what I'm doing has no scope. Now if someone comes up to you and says that what do you want to become, and you say like an IITN student, the respect it goes like this, it increases in such a way which makes people think that I don't want to become, I want to become an IITN just because of the respect it holds in society. No one is supporting extracurricular activities. I think in colleges also nowadays, if you want to get into a college, you have to, it's not only the marks which matters, it's also the co-curricular activities which are taken. Speaking, playing sports, music, any extracurricular activities, when you give it in your resume, when you go to college, it just brings up your percentage of getting selected. Of course, academics is important, but as well as curricular activities, it brings up almost 10%. So but I think that just because schools have not given the students the opportunity to, you know, get into curricular activities, and most of the schools don't even have the infrastructure for co-curricular activities. I think the only like they'll have a basketball court and one PT class in the entire week, and that's it. That's like the extracurricular activity we are talking about in schools. So I think that if schools and well even workplaces give this students, the people in the society, the young generation a chance to get up to go up to the potential, I think our the country of India will go up much more than it is today. That's all I had to say. and that's all I felt. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you. Now we move on with our next participant, Ayushman Nair.
Am I audible?
Yes. Yes, Ayushman.
I'm Aishman Das Nair. I'm from class 8, Marius Public School, Guwahati, Assam, and I'll be speaking on the importance of co-curricular activities. So, co-curricular activities are activities that happen outside of regular school lessons and curriculum. Co-curricular activities are different from extracurricular activities. Extracurricular activities may happen outside of school, while co-curricular activities are tied to the curriculum but happen outside regular lessons. For example, math club is a co-curricular activity because it relates to math class but takes place outside of maths lessons. On the other hand, playing basketball on a community team instead of the school team would be an extracurricular activity. Some common co-curricular activities are clubs, which focus on certain hobbies, interests, or academic subjects. For example, math club, robotics club, etc. Community service programs. There are groups that organize volunteering and service projects in the local community. Co-curricular activities are important in curriculum as they provide students with important life skills and benefits outside of academics. Some of them being personal growth, as students can discover their passion, hidden talents, develop new skills, etc. It gives them a break from academics, makes them well-rounded, and help in college preparation as colleges want applicants who are community oriented as well as rounded. Co-curricular activities also develop a student's social skills as they interact with their peers. Through these, they make many new friends and tend to feel more engaged, motivated, and interested. And this leads to better academic performance and attitude. Sports, dance, and other physical activities have physical and mental health benefits like reduced stress, increased energy, and focus. So, co-curricular activities are important as they develop the skills of the student, which helps them later on in life. Thank you.
Thank you, Ayushman. We now move on with our next speaker, Ayan Bhaskar.
Good evening, everyone present here. Today, I'm Ayan Bhaskar, and I would like to speak on the topic gender equality. First and foremost, I would like to start with a quote. The famous quote by Margaret Atwood. It states, "Men are afraid that women will laugh at them." I repeat, men are afraid that women will laugh at them. Women are afraid that men will kill them. So, at the very onset, I would like to ask a simple question to all the members present in this house. Do you all agree that gender equality prevails in the world today, in this 21st century? Well, most of you will be saying yes, because we are not aware of the inner scenarios that is prevailing in the villages or in the cities. Let me just take you to a round of the statistical figures that of gender violence that we see in India today. Okay, 21% of women in India have experienced violence since the age 15, and 19% have been beaten or physically mistreated by their husbands. 2% have been beaten or physically mistreated by in-laws, and 3% by other persons. Well, this may not look significant due to the small values, but 2% of 1 lakh or 3% of 1 lakh means a lot. What is now important for us is to develop a society where the men and the women are treated at the same level. Still today in the village areas, we see where the women are not getting education. The girls are being forced to get married or are being forced to get into the work that are prevalent at home, like cooking, housekeeping, etc. We still see that the ratio in the bigger institutes today, still today, are less. Like in IIT, we see there is a 10:1 ratio of boys and girls in, I'm talking about IIT Delhi. Well, ladies and gentlemen, till now we have discussed about the problem. We also need to talk about the solution that we should provide to the remote areas to develop, to decrease these rates that are prevailing now. We basically need a proper education system that reaches to each and every student in the village areas. We also need some some measures like workshops, etc., to be conducted in the village areas so that the people staying there do not feel excluded or may speak their heart out in order and showcase their talents. Basically, the girls. The we should also see there are legal measures made in the areas so that we achieve a better future ahead. With this, I would like to end my speech. Thank you.
Thank you, Ayan. That was great listening to you. So next we have Somyadev Mahato.
Hello, can you hear me? Am I audible?
Yes. Yes, Somyadev.
Yeah. So, may I start?
Yes. So kindly maintain the time.
Yes, sure. In the societies, every day, everyone is a right to lead his or her life according without any discrimination. Hello, I am Samadip Mahato from Guwahati, Assam. And today I'm going to speak about gender equality. In a society, everyone has a right to lead his or her life accordingly without any discrimination. When this state is achieved where all the individuals considered to be equal, irrespective of their caste, gender, color, profession, and status, we call it equality. Equality can also be defined as a situation where every individual has the same rights and equal opportunities to grow and prosper. Every individual of the society dreams for equality and equal rights and access to resources available at their disposal. But there is a lot of discrimination. This discrimination can be due to cultural differences, geographical differences, the color of the individual, social status, and even gender. The most prevalent discrimination is gender inequality. It is not localized issue and is limited to only certain speeches of life, but is prevalent across the globe. Even in progressive societies and top organizations, we can see many examples of gender bias. Gender equality can only be achieved when both males and females individually are treated similar. But discrimination in a society means create divisions. We stop being together and stand together to tackle our problems. This social stigma has been creeping into underbelly all our society for many centuries. This has also witnessed in gender-based craze. Gender inequality is a thing of past, as both men and women are creating history in all segments together.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Somyadev. That was nice listening to you. But now I think we have Akshita Barman, Adrika Borthakur, Sabrin Anwar, who had participated in the declamation speech too. So I think after another ma'am, our next speaker, who has been waiting since a long time, she delivers her deliberation. So after that, we are going to give the opportunity to our 3 more participants. So will that be fine with y'all, students?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, please bear with us because we have our guest of honor waiting since a long time. So thank you to see the zeal in all the students. And before we proceed with our next speaker, I would like our judge, Dr. Rajput sir, to comment on these children who had participated.
Thank you, Manju sister. I must appreciate Ashiani Ganguly, Ayushman Das, as well as Soumya Deep, and I miss Ayan Bhaskar for such a wonderful speech. Two of the participants, they have spoken on the importance of co-curriculum activities. Very well said. I must appreciate Ashani Ganguly because she was absolutely extempore, right? And she was not reading the things and she was just talking about the thing, which is very, very important part. Second thing is, I like to add one more thing for Ashani and everybody. Then whenever you're speaking, right, don't say that every time like. This is very, very important because like is a pause word. And I'm sure Jenny ma'am will agree because she's a part of the Toastmaster. When a Toastmaster, when you go there, they will always say there should not be and or like because these are the commas are there, which should not be taken. So this is very, very important. Second thing is when you are choosing the word, because I'm appreciating you at the same time I'm guiding you also. Never say the words which are negative. You said that there's a pressure is there. So don't say the pressure. You said there's a requirement is there. Right, Ashani, when you said about it. Third point is you say that I think. It is not your thinking. You have to say it's prudent. Because if you will say I think, it will be only your thinking. What is going to happen? Because I may not think. But what your statement, what you are giving it, you are taking the statement from across and then you saying it is prudent that these things are happening. You said, no, I think when people, but it's proven when people are going to make a difference. Correct? You'll agree with me? So don't mistake me, but I just want to add the thing which is very, very important in the communication sector. Now coming to Ayushman Das, you have spoken on the part again on importance of co-curricular activities. Good, nicely you have presented about it and I appreciate it. Same thing, whatever is spoken, you take it and you please further you can be able to do a lot of good things. Coming to Ayan Bhaskar. And Bhaskar, I must appreciate you started with the quotation because that you have engaged. I also appreciate that you also started with a question so that the audience will be towards you. I also appreciate that you have given the evidence-based talk, which is a real requirement because when you talk evidence-based, people will be understanding and resonating the thing, which is very important. Then I also appreciate you said the problem and you said the solution, which is very important. So here I like to add it that your solution should be more as compared to the problem part because people they want to have the solution instead of everybody knows there the problem is there, right? So and then you don't say that because we all are not a bureaucrats, we are not the decision maker. What we can do sitting there that if I want to be a spokesman for the gender equality, I will respect the women, I will encourage the females, I will always ensure that in my colleague or my friend circle, we should be giving a proper respect for the female. That is going to impart the gender equality, right? So this is the way. Then when we start putting ourselves on the other person's shoes, they will be start resonating with it. Same thing I'm talking about Soumyadeep. Soumyadeep, also you have done very good work. So overall, my compliments to all of you. You did a fantastic work. But at the same time, since I thought since I'm coming here, I must be requesting you to inculcate some of the very, very important factors so that it is going to further enrich your communication part and is going to give you another step or another step ahead for making the things happen. Thank you, Manju Sharma sister. And thank you everybody for taking me on this. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir, for these valuable insights. And our children will really be benefited by the little things that you pointed out. Well, we now move on to our next speaker. We are privileged to have with us Professor Nada Ratkovic from Croatia, who is a multi-awarded educator, researcher, author, reviewer, coach, counselor, international speaker, and social worker. She is a professor of economics, business, and tourism split, Department of Quantitative Methods, professor mentor in High Vet School, and the president of IIU Research Center. Her specialized fields include science and technology, informatics, STEM, business tourism, entrepreneurship, finance, ecology, SDG, women rights, and the list goes on. She is a designer of ERP Infosystems, Microsoft Innovative Educator Expert, and Minecraft Global Mentor. She is the founder and coordinator of many national and global projects, editor board member in many journals and work review, author and co-author of many university and high school books, organizer of conferences, workshops, and webinars. She works for humanity, peace, women empowerment, and entrepreneurship and has been awarded with several recognitions. Ma'am, as I read in your profile that you prefer to work with students, so today I hope your presence will really be an enriching one for our students. So, you are going to speak on the significance of debate as a literary skill and part of public speaking. So, after a little online felicitation, I would request Nada ma'am to kindly start your deliberation.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam. I first want to thank to Professor Rachana for the invitation. I'm really honored, blessed, and grateful to be here today. This is a really marvelous session. This students, I adore students. I adore students. They are for me always. I like listening them more than listening me or anybody other. So today, and I know Professor Rachana is she's so innovative professor, and I know that she always bring something new, and we were in the world of metaverse, and Professor Rachana, once we need to try to make a conference for this amazing students also on that way. So we will try that. Then let us see. Our students will be very happy.
Yes.
I will now share my screen. A moment. Need to move. So I hope that this will be all okay. Okay. Today, Madame Jani, Professor Rajput have wonderful topics. Now, Professor Nada will continue with the debate. The debate is very important because today, now I will start just a moment. Okay. Once again, warm greetings from Croatia. I'm Professor Nada Ratkovic, and as my beautiful, amazing host already introduced me, I'm working like a professor on the university and also like a professor in a high vocational school. This this topic is very important. This topic is very important today because we're talking about speaking, writing, listening. So each of us need to have these skills. So this is literacy, and we know that we have a lot of types of literacy: media literacy, financial literacy, eco literacy, digital literacy. So all literacies are necessary. But if we cannot speak, if we don't know to write, and also listening, we today cannot talk about critical thinking. We cannot talk about innovation. So then I will say that we will really be very poor without that. If we talk about that debate, we need to first know what is the definition of debate. So it is a communication process. We see already today, we know that communication can be verbal and non-verbal. So in debate, we are using all types of the communication. But the debate cannot be. We need to have two persons or more persons who are arguing about a specific topic. Today we are on the Zoom. We are not together at the round table. But I can say that we have today also when our professor is commenting on the students' a presentation, we can say that if the student involve himself in the speech, that is a debate. But debate is not the same like the discussion. It is a difference. So we have things, the impacts of the debate, impression of the debate is here. I say critical thinking. So when we are making a debate, we are also developing critical thinking. So we are using our hard skills, soft skills. So different sides, we have different issues. And if we cannot make these arguments, we will show our weaknesses. We will show our weaknesses, but we are all lifelong learners. So my dear students, you have plenty of time in front of you, and you will practice. You can also go in front of the mirror, and when you have some presentation or you need to speak, have a public speak, you can practice that, because looking in yourself, you will see what mistakes are you doing, because you see, now I'm doing this with my hands. We need to learn how to control our mimics, our non-verbal communication. Then I say communication skills. So each one debate needs this effective developed skills. So we need to know how to articulate. We need to listen. So if we don't know to listen, it will be very hard, especially if we hear something wrong. One word can move this debate in the wrong way. Research skills. Here, if we are preparing for any debate, any topic, we need to research. So if we have more information, if we have more knowledge, it will be for us more easy. So arguments, we always need to know how to support the arguments. We need to know how to develop the strong arguments. And we need to know what are the weaknesses of the of the communicator who is with us. Then how to build the confidence. What is the confidence? So confidence, self-confidence, first self-confidence. Today, we know that we are all living stressful, and you, dear my students, you are going to school, you are learning, you have the practice, you have the theory, but you first need to know how to love yourself. You need to love yourself. You need to respect yourself. You need to build that confidence. So if we don't love ourselves, we cannot respect others, and we cannot love nobody. I can say, pardon, I'm not the smartest person on the world. So I need to understand different perspectives, because you maybe can think something different than me. And that is the point. That is the point, because different viewpoints, different things. How can we promote this? We will come to the great solutions. We will understand everything. Teamwork and collaboration. We are not the poly alone on this world. We cannot work alone. We need to know how to collaborate. So today we are sharing our knowledge. We are learning. So we cannot be, I can say the person who is not sharing the knowledge is very selfish. And also, if not sharing, will not learn. Then we have the respect. I will say always trust, respect. Respect is very necessary, empathy, confidence. So try to understand this. We have these two opposing sides. I say affirmative and negative. So we are face to face each other. So we are talking. So maybe if you are in the home or somewhere, maybe you will feel more relaxed, but you are with the person, and you have a discussion face to face. So you need to control yourself. You need to control yourself, how to listen this, how to make the thing. So that is why we today have a lot of debate clubs. We have a lot of debate clubs. So it is good also to be part of this, of one of the debate clubs. Then chatting, chat rooms, or different things. What are the main types of the debate? We have a lot of types of debate, but these are the main. These are the main types. So we can talk about the empirical debate. It is the simplest. This empirical is the simplest debate. So every statement can be true or false. So this is very easy. So when we are talking, when we have some interviews or something like that, this is the simplest way. Then we have this comparative topics. The word comparative already say we have two things, and we are asking about them. So, thing is better or worse. Then we have the model debates. The model debates is giving you something new. This is you can make the changes. So, this model debates is a technique, and it is bringing you to the theoretical part. In the last is the abstract teacher. So abstract debate is the hardest. It is always the hardest, but I'm sure that it is for you a challenge. So for Professor Nada, always the hardest things are big challenges. So there is no thing that we cannot do. So if we want to achieve something, we will achieve that. So this form is saying like aphorism. So what is the definition of this? And abstract they say that they are rarely, but we can do that. We need to take care about the ethic. Today, when we are talking about artificial intelligence, when we are talking about anything, the ethics is very important. So, first, we need to respect our opponent. Respect, respect, respect. Remember the word respect. Then we need to avoid harmful rhetoric. This is very important too, and stick to relevant arguments. We cannot, you cannot have an argument and then Professor Nada is talking about another argument. We need, I have little problem with my voice because this is a drink so little. I apologize. We need to have the strict arguments. The debate structure. We can make a debate structure. Professor Nada will show you one, but this is the main thing. When we are doing this debate structure, we have the argument presentation, we have the rebuttal, conclusion, and opening session. So in this, first thing is always we need to be prepared good. Good preparation is for us very important. You know, your opponent will see that you are not prepared and he can use it for himself. So always be prepared, always have the arguments and always know how to think. So you see, students can think about possible arguments, can make statistics, can do everything in this way. We have this strategies. So some main strategies are, they are called ethos, logos, and pathos. So this is a precision strategies. Ethos, logos, and pathos. The word ethos immediately say that we are taking care about the ethical thing. Logos is that everything needs to be very logical. So you see here, news, TV. Think like my dear students that we are today here on the Zoom platform. Also, we are on the YouTube. We are on the social medias, and we have this debate. Till I'm talking, you can imagine that you are having a debate with somebody, your friend, with maybe your parents, maybe your professor or somebody. We have this argument construction. So we need to start with a clear thesis statement. That is also when we are writing our research, when we article, essay, poem, anything, we first start with our clear statement. Then support the arguments. You see how many times I mentioned the arguments. We really need to support the arguments, and that needs to be on the logical way. When we say rebuttal, what rebuttal means? Rebuttal is identifying the response to the opponent's argument and conclusion. So we need to identify that. And again, we need to use logic evidence to the opponent's arguments. Practice and preparation. Always be prepared. So if you want to be prepared, you need to practice. So the importance of practice and preparation in debate preparation. Public speaking. Public speaking. We have many students who don't feel good, for who is hard to speak in public. But you need to practice that. You need to make stimulation. I said before that you can be in your room, you can be in front of the mirror, you can call maybe somebody, your parents, because that is something, I can say that is a fear. We need to get out, that we need to relax. We need to be very relaxed. I never have that fear because uh, yes, we are in the classroom. We have been and the university, we sometimes have 300 students who are sitting in a big. So see how will you go in the front? How will you go in the front of 300 people? That is the same like when you are making a debate with one person. So never have that fear. Never have that fear. Don't be under the stress. So try to practice this. I put here I put here one example. So like a workshop. We don't have time for that, but I want to show her some a few things that need not few things, all things that need to be in the workshop. So I put the title, Mastering the Art of the Debate. So this is everything today is a type of art. So here we need to first to introduce the fundamentals of debate. I say that in my introduction. We need to develop the critical thinking, research, and public speaking skills. These skills are very important for our debate. We need to we need to show different types. So if I say that we have the four main, we can choose that four and then practice with that. Again, you see here, we always need some materials. We need materials, so like notebooks, pens, printed materials, projector, screen, computer, laptop. Then you know how I also motivate my students. We participate we participate in a lot of European events, many events, and that are events which are really when you finish or like we have the Code Week, we have many competitions, many debates, so they really get their certificate, and then till you are in the school, in high school, you are collecting the certificates and you are putting that in the CV. Also, you can always make a debate and your professor can contact another professor from another country. So this is very interesting when we are sharing our knowledge from different countries, and the students are making, I can say, internationalization. Internationalization is very important. So maybe my students will do something different than you, so you will exchange your knowledge, maybe other different types of the work. So here we always need to have this facilitator tips, like provide examples, demonstrate, illustrate. So this is a simulation or something, so you will always be prepared, and this is the way how we are learning. Always encourage. We need to encourage you. This is our mission and vision, like our educator. So always have a supportive environment. We need to be very relaxed. So you see here, like example, we are starting with this welcome, then we will make our registration. So participants will sign, will receive the materials, then we will have an introduction of our workshop and the objectives and schedule. Then the introduction to the debate. So we will make the definition process. So explain why this debate and why it is important. So each one has the topic. Then why are we doing this? Because we have the benefits. We have the benefits because we will get new skills. So the debate needs to have a structure. First, the debate needs to have the basic elements. So as I show in my introduction, so that are the arguments, that are the rebuttals, and that are the closing statements. Also, each one person has a role in the debate. So we need to share the roles. We need to share the roles. Here, here you see these are different. This debate are famous when we talk about the person. So at Lincoln Douglas debate, we have the overview and key future. So I will show new for Lincoln Douglas public forum debate. This is for the public forum. Then we have we need to always have, like you see today, after each of us speakers we have a interactive session, and always after each one part we need to have the questions and answers. So develop the skills. So how, if the arguments are necessary for us, we need to develop these arguments. So these arguments are always research skills. Then these constructing arguments, what are the constructing arguments? So we need to build the logical arguments. Then we need to have our strategies, the strategies for the rebuttal. And again, interactive exercises. So we need to check, did we learn this, and did we learn this, and is it all for us very clear and concise? So you see, public speaking and presentation skills are very important for us. Then our voice, our Professor Rajput say, if we are not if we don't know to if we are we cannot be monotone, because if we are monotone and nobody will listen us, your concentration will be very it will be 5 minutes, but like example for this we need 60 minutes and sometimes and more of this. Learn how to control the body language. It is very important. So I say all verbal communication and non-verbal communication. Then who is my audience? How to engage my audience? I need to maintain the interest. So I need to I cannot talk whole time. That is why, because Professor Nada, if I today only talk theoretical, it will not be interesting. So this is why I'm showing how we need to prepare and what we need to make a debate. Again, we have the roles. We need to be divided into the teams. We need to be prepared our arguments. So this is an interactive exercise. We have a lot of we can put here also the practices ice break, and so they are always very short, but for the interactive exercise they are also very great. How to present the debate, how to get a constructive feedback from peers. So if two students are having a debate, then the other students needs to give a feedback, positive or negative feedback. That is the way how we are learning. The pairs are very important. After that, we have a group reflection. So participants share their experiences. You need to speak openly. You need to say what you like or what you don't like, because then we can bring changes. We can bring changes, and you will say, I don't like that. I think that was not good. So we are talking about this, and we have this session. Closing remarks and giving the certificates. This is also very marvelous. It is a great ceremony, and we distribute the certificates. I put here this: worry about your character, because your character is also very important for communication, for listening, for speaking. Your character is who you are. Your reputation is who people think you are. So you see, for you is most important your character, and that is for handling everything. Very quickly, we will go here. So when we learn, when we are great in the debate, we can make an annual debate competition or a competition. You can organize a debate competition with other schools, with other students. Why it is important? Like example, I say we need to first define the topic. So you see here today, whole time our students are presenting amazing topics. Like example, debate theme is challenges of sustainable development. So we need to take care about time management, speaking duration needs to be maximum 5 minutes. Then for our arguments, each speaker must start and introduce and present his thesis and his main argument. Then we have the rules for the debate. So rebuttal rules is each speech will be designated for the time and speakers will provide the responses. Then etiquette, so you know the etiquette, ordinance and etiquette, never interrupt other speakers, respect the time and avoid the use of inappropriate language of actions. The sessions can be, you see, I go through before a few minutes through the example and you see the sessions can be opening session. This is the introduction of the theme and the themes. Debate session is a presentation of arguments and the rebuttals. Closing session is a summary of conclusions drawn from the debate and we give the certificate. So how to introduce the team? We have the team A, we have the team B. We need to know who we are in our teams. In our session, we are presenting the arguments by each team. Every team is presenting his arguments and their time is only 5 minutes. Closing session is please provide a brief summary of each team. Conclusion, announcements of the winners and even closer. So, blowing out someone else's candle won't make you shine brighter. Always take care about that. Take care about that. That is very important for you, my dear students. So I come to the end, to the questions and answers. Thank you. Thank you very much for the attention.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your suggestions for a good debate. Really, listening to you, I feel that debate serves as a valuable tool for personal growth and effective communication, as you can then consider multiple perspectives while discussing a topic. It really hones your skill in public speaking. So, our next activity is a mock debate, which will be presented by our highly talented and acclaimed debaters who have cleared their NEET and JEE. Thereby, they are awaiting counseling. My heartiest wishes to this grand team, hoping that they achieve the pinnacle of success. It's so nice to see the Jade of Majubin Chaudhary, our co-host, and her friends who passed their 12 boards from reputed schools of Assam. And they are associated with MAN. And they are going to demonstrate and inspire more students. And in spite of their time constraints, they are here with us to demonstrate and present a mock debate. So we have Majubin Chaudhary, NEET qualified and an acclaimed debater, our co-host. Then Gaurij Vidit Buragohai, JEE qualified debater and a MAN participant. Ayan Bhaskar, NEET qualified and acclaimed debater. Akansha Das, who passed her 12 boards from Srimanta Shankar Academy, Guwahati, and recently she got admission in NIFT Mumbai. Soumyadeep Mahato, a talented class 11 student of NFR Maligaon, and he has a great flair of public speaking. So I would like to request Majubin to take over and proceed with the debate.
Thank you so much, Manjoy ma'am. Thank you for that great explanation. Thank you so much. I'm honored to be present here today. Just a thing to be said here. My dear friend Akansha, she couldn't join us today, but we have a very good debater amongst us today who is a national level winner and he is currently studying in Kalinga Institute of Technology. And we have him today. That's Sanjeevan Bhuya. And so here I am. We are going to conduct a mock debate so that we can show it to the students. We can show it how actually a debate is conducted. So we have 4 students amongst us. Ma'am already told their names. So we have these 2 students, Ayan Haskar and Goris Buragohai, who are going for the motion, and Sanjeevan Bhuya and Soumyadev Mohato, who are going against the motion. So the topic of today's mock debate is artificial intelligence, boon or bane. So obviously this is a very trending topic today. So we are going to start. But before that, I would like to introduce the rules and regulations. Basically, today we are going to demonstrate the Oxford form of debate. In this debate, the first speaker gets 4 minutes time, and the rest of the speakers gets 2 minutes of time, each from proposition and opposition. And after 1.5 minutes, a bell is rang as an example, as a warning to the speaker. And after 2 minutes, the final bell is rang. Time should not be exceeded. All the speakers are requested to keep a track of the time. And now we are going to start. So I hope all of you are ready. All the best. So our first speaker is Goris Buragohai. Please switch on your camera and start the debate.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Okay, may I start? Greetings to the respected chair and members present in the House. In the opinion of the House, artificial intelligence, boon or bane, I stand here to speak for the motion. Ladies and gentlemen, modern technology has developed rapidly in a relatively small span of time, from gigantic computers used only for calculation and decryption of codes. We have moved to smaller, more efficient and multitasking devices, from telephones to mobile phones, box televisions to OTT platforms. Surely there have been a lot of transformation. In this new age, we have been offered the technology of artificial intelligence. Just like the internet, AI also has unlimited opportunities. It can be used to enhance our skills, increase our efficiency in research and projects, developing new ideas, access more refined information. It can also be used for security and by protecting us against cyber attacks and strengthening the firewalls. AI can provide us with digital assistance 24/7 and can help us in organizing data efficiently. Chatbots and co-pilots like ChatGPT, Microsoft Copilot, Perplexity.ai, Jasper are only some of the prominent examples that people have started using for their assistance. Companies like Google, Apple, Adobe have integrated AI with their user interface for better experience. AI applications can be also used in areas which are hazardous to humans, for example, in coal mining sites, sea exploration, help in rescue operation during natural disasters, and so on. Ladies and gentlemen, AI, specifically generative AI, is used to combat new content like, create new content like text messages, music, audio, videos that can be used to enhance our work and projects while saving time. Ladies and gentlemen, the service industry has also jumped on board the AI train with a range of applications aimed at enhancing customer experiences and overall business efficiency. Using generative AI in business improves users' performance by 66%, averaged across 3 case studies. Artificial intelligence can also be used in defense, integrating AI through unmanned weapons like drones, robots, and surveillance systems can significantly reduce our loss of manpower in wars and combat, and also help us tackle problems such as terrorism and transnational crimes. AI can provide us with immense help in manufacturing sectors by accelerating the design process, provide smart maintenance solution for equipment, improve supply chain by generating efficient delivery schedules or recommendations for suppliers. It can also significantly improve the finance sector. According to McKinsey, it could add $200 to $340 billion of value to the banking industry annually. They also concluded that if generative AI is implemented, it could add $2.6 to $4.4 trillion worth of value to global economy. Ladies and gentlemen, now I would like to end my speech by quoting Andrew, co-founder of Google Brain, that AI is the new electricity. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Corey. You almost took care of the time. That was really great. Now, I would like to call the first speaker from the opposition team, that's Soumyadeep Mohato. Soumyadeep, please switch on your camera and start your debate. Yes, you're audible.
AI, or artificial intelligence, is a technology that enables computer and machines to stimulate human intelligence and problem-solving capacities. Hello, I am Samadip Mahato, and I am speaking against the motion for AI, own or ban. So first of all, to start, what we should be asked, what is AI? So as I said, AI is a technology that enables the computer or machine to stimulate human intelligence. And it is all about intelligence made by humans. So we can say that in our day-to-day life, artificial intelligence have mattered a lot, but in many of the cases, it is not good for us. So here I would have taken some examples like for creativity, and then emotional intelligence, high cost, security risk, and privacy concern. Topic for which useful for us. And now I would request my friend to continue for this.
Okay. So now we have the second speaker from proposition team, that's Ayan Bhaskar. Ayan Bhaskar, you have 2 minutes of your speech. Please take care of the time. And in the meantime, I would like to request Nada ma'am, please take a track of their speeches so that you can give a compliment at the end. Ayan Bhaskar, please continue.
Greetings to the speaker and all the members present in this house. In the opinion of the house, artificial intelligence, boon or bane? And I stand here to simply speak for the motion. I would like to start my speech with a quote. The coming era of artificial intelligence will not be the era of war, but be the era of deep compassion, non-violence, and love. A famous quote by Amit Ray. Ladies and gentlemen, at very first, I would like to ask a simple question. Can you imagine your life without the mobile phone, without the tablet, without the laptop you're using right now at this moment? Well, ladies and gentlemen, you all know that it's impossible. Our lives will become incomplete. Ladies and gentlemen, the quality that makes a vast difference between us and animals, I'm talking about none other than interpersonal communication, will soon vanish from this planet. We will only be knowing our neighbors and our relatives and no one else. The spirit of universal brotherhood that the people of this world promote will also be harmed. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the very minute points which the opposition bench is failing to understand in this 21st century. They are failing to understand that we have to evolve ourselves with time. Ladies and gentlemen, let me make you more familiar with some of the other benefits that the AI is offering us. The market for AI in cybersecurity is expected to show considerable growth in the coming years, from around 24 billion US dollars in 2023 to roughly 134 billion US dollars by 2030. This shows the fact that people are accepting AI in order to protect themselves from the cyber threats, which the opposition is failing to respect. One of the most prominent AI applications for enhancing productivity is automation. By automating repetitive and time-consuming tasks, businesses can free up their employees' time, thus giving them more family time, allowing them to focus on more critical aspects of their job that are perhaps more creative or more strategic. Several virtual meeting platforms like Zoom and the media that we are currently using tonight, or Microsoft Teams, are now utilizing AI to improve meeting experiences through features like automatic transcription, real-time language, etc. With this, I would like to request the opposition bench to agree with the proposition bench so that we can develop AI further to benefit the mankind. I would like to rest my case, not my cause. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ayon. Now we have Sanjeevan Bhuya from the opposition team. Sanjeevan, please switch on your camera. And mind you, you have just 2 minutes to speak. Don't exceed the time.
I hope I'm audible enough, right?
Yes, you're audible and visible, Sanjeevan. Please continue.
Okay, that's very great. So first of all, let's deal with today's topic of motion. That is, artificial intelligence is a boon or ban. Now, the trajectory of the debate derailed way too hard in the very first two speeches as we talk about. First of all, the artificial intelligence needs to be defined. What is artificial intelligence in general? Artificial intelligence is a sort of mechanized intelligence that can emulate human intelligence. That does not include, let us say, television, or let us say radio. That does not come under the very definition of artificial intelligence. Now, we are, as opposition, dealing with why artificial intelligence is a ban. Ban means, is it a scourge or it destroys the very entity? Now, why we call it as ban? Now, first speaker dealt with two very important necessities. First is creativity and security risk. When we talk about creativity, we human beings create stuff in our own general way. It's very novel in nature, right? But artificial intelligence works in an algorithm. It's called black box algorithm. And that algorithm creates data from the preconceived data that already exists, right? So it does not create anything. And secondly, there are lots of quotes that has been perpetuated over the debate. Let me tell you a specific quote by a great man, according to me at least. His name is Ted Kaczynski. He says that the effect of industrial revolution has been detrimental to the human society. Now, why has it been detrimental? First of all, the security risk. The security risks are so high that it cannot be dealt by us humans alone, because it can be very easily modified by someone who is not within the algorithm. You understand? Now, secondly, let's go to rebuttals, right? Now, the second and first speaker very rather say very conveniently give example of McKinsey and US dollars. There are especially 195 countries in the world, and development works differently in every country. Now, providing a specific example of a specific country does not have a overall development or growth of the world as such. Now, when someone talked about McKinsey, I have some great data. McKinsey's Cambridge Analytical scandal that involved 200 million dollars of scandal, and that happened due to the help of artificial intelligence in 2016. Thank you very much for letting me speak. Thank you.
That was really wonderful, Sanjeevan. Thank you so much. Now we have the third speaker from the proposition bench. That's Goris. So, Goris, please be present. And again, you have 2 minutes, mind you.
Greetings from the proposition bench. I would like to first. Can I start?
Yes, surely start.
Okay. So, greetings from the proposition bench. I would like to first complete my previous point that also the AI has all the skills and algorithms to process and make conclusions from big data in very less time. It also has the ability quickly to grasp and extract relevant data which might be needed for analysis. AI can also further process this data through interpretation and transformation. Now, coming to the second speaker of the opposition bench, he highlighted that I was talking about AI being radios and television. No, it was not. I was just talking about how technology is developed in a very short amount of time. Another thing was that McKinsey is a very regional company that I talked about. It was like something that it was related to only one country, that was United States of America, which is not true. McKinsey is a multinational company. It is related and works in many countries. It also has placement drives in many institutions. So, and also, McKinsey, the data that I just presented was of global economy, which was in trillions of dollars. So I expect the opposition bench to look in there, notice That's fact. Another thing is that how AI tools, yes, that is a assumption that AI will one day uh, gobble up a lot of jobs of humans, but that is not something that we think. See, when internet came around, people thought that postal services or uh, email, postal service or mail service would go obsolete, but we still use postal services, right? Even though emails exist. So that is a thing. Another thing is that how creative humans can be. Humans are creative, hence they created AI. One should also notice the fact that we are using AI tools and not AI itself. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Corey. Now we have the third speaker from opposition team. That's Soumyadeep Mahato. Soumyadeep, please start.
Everyone? Hello?
Yeah, you're audible.
Thank you. So as my friend Sanjeevan had already mentioned about some of the topics for the ban of as a ban of this AI. So I would continue for this as something goes like this. So for creativity, as he had mentioned, so AI often lacks to influence creative of humans, which stems for emotions, depth, abstract thinking, and imagining process. So for this means that AI, we are doing everything in AI. Like if we get a homework, then we will use AI to do this homework. So we are not using our brain. This is not helping in our um, progress. This is not progressing us with our brain, and we cannot help it anymore. So we are lagging behind then for this. Then again, second, I would say is security. Of course, this is of course AI is not secure because nowadays hacking has even become more faster. So if we share any data by mistake to AI, it might spread out personal data, and it will spread out and again cause problems. So there are some of them are hacking done by hackers. Then even spam messages like phishing messages and etc. comes. And again, one more last thing I would say is emotional intelligence. So what does this emotional intelligence mean? Something new. Now, if we say something to AI, ask something to AI, and AI responds to humans in emotion. Emotional intelligence involves recognitions and managing of one's own emotion, as well as empathy with others and handling interpersonal relations, decisions, and empathetically. While AI can be programmed to recognize certain emotion cues to respond in a parametrical way, it does not possess this empathy or capacity to navigate complex human. So, with this, I would conclude my speech. Now, I would say the opposition to continue.
Thank you so much, Soumyadeep. Now we have the last speaker from proposition team. That's Ayan Bhaskar. Ayan Bhaskar, please come forward.
Greetings to everyone present here and the members of the House. In the opinion of the House, artificial intelligence boon or bane, and I stand here to speak for the motion. Ladies and gentlemen, first, I would like to introduce only one point in front of the House that in 2018, the US Department of Defense, DoD, released its artificial intelligence strategy, which warns that failure to adopt AI will result in legacy systems irrelevant to the defense of our people, eroding cohesion among allies and partners, and reduce access to markets that will contribute to a decline in our prosperity and standard of living. Well, ladies and gentlemen, now I would like to start with the rebuttals. Very first, I would like to rebut with the first speaker of the opposition bench. See, you talked about security risks. Do you think that the growth figures that I have presented in my speech are false and are indicating that the people are not accepting AI? To the second speaker, I would like to ask, ladies and gentlemen, The first speaker of the proposition bench clearly defined the definition of AI, which I feel the opposition bench failed to understand. Ladies and gentlemen, it's impossible to discuss the conversion of dollars to 180 currencies in the present in this world, in this medium at present. Ladies and gentlemen, the Paint app that we use in our laptops and in our day-to-day life to make different types of posters is also AI. Aren't we using our own minds to create different types of creative posters? Are we simply reliant on the posters that are being shown in the app? Ladies and gentlemen, in debate, as far as the proposition bench believes, a personal belief to a quote does not matter, as far as the proposition bench believes. Now, the question to the third speaker is that the only point that the opposition bench spoke about in this entire span of debate is creativity, creativity, and creativity. Ladies and gentlemen, I have already cleared it in my speech. The opposition bench is going against the beliefs of people in this world by simply contradicting the figures that I have presented. With this, ladies and gentlemen, this is the time we should work to understand the benefits of AI. This is the time we should try developing it further. Last but not the least, this is the time we should appreciate its brilliance. We should understand the present rather than regretting in future. Thank you. With this, I would like to rest my case, not my cause. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ayan. So that was the proposition team. Now we have the last speaker from the opposition team, Sanjeevan Bhuya. Please conclude the debate.
I hope I'm audible.
Yes, you are audible.
Yeah. So a very pleasant good evening to everyone once again. Now, I don't know if I have enough time to explain all the points one by one. And first of all, I would like to clarify something that I required to explain the definition of AI once again, because I felt that the second speaker, including the example of radio, television, was not necessary. That's why I explained it. Now, in the whole debate, there are 3 points that are very crucial. First of all, job options, second, creativity, and third, overall development. And I will deal with them one by one if I can. First of all, let's look at overall development. That is very necessary. And I questioned the data that was provided by McKinsey. That is a US-based, specifically a US-based organization, a financial organization that does operate in other countries as well. That is very true. And second of all, when I talk about overall development, something is very necessary to be understood. The amount of internet that is available in our country. Now, we are a developing country, so we have internet. We can have conversation like this, we can have debates, but that opportunity is not available to a developed country, right? So this unequal growth of different countries grow higher when this overall development does not take place. Second important thing, creativity, that we talked about a lot. That creativity that human creates are novel in nature. That is something that does not pre-existed. Even if it pre-existed, it's not exactly emulated or imitated by the already existed art forms. And when I talk about creativity, we as humans, what we want from AI is very simple. We want AI to do the trivial task of everyday life so that we can actually be creative. We want AI to do our laundry and cleaning so that we can do our art and music and our own very culture and we can create it. Not that AI will do our cultural things, not that AI will write our books, not that AI will create our music so that we can do the trivial things. You understand? Third point, very necessary, job options. When you talk about job options, it is not only necessary that a huge population will lose their jobs, which is a very huge concern. But the second most important thing is when AI penetrates very important crucial jobs like army defense or like legalized systems, very huge complexities build up. That the very moral values that we hold as human beings, that our country hold, that we have a specific history of non-violence, and that's how we go up. Or country like US have a very policy of liberty, and that's value that they try to uphold. Is AI going to uphold that very particular values that we are upholding from generations when it creates legalized policies or when it creates other forms of job opportunities as such? Now I know that time is limited, so I'm going to conclude right here. Thank you very much for letting me speak.
Thank you so much, Sanjeevan. So that was our mock debate. I hope all of you enjoyed. The topic today was artificial intelligence, boon or bane. Both the teams explained it very well. And to be honest, artificial intelligence is required in our life daily. As the question raised by a proposition team, can we live without mobile phone? Of course not. But again, the the point raised by the opposition team that lots of crimes are happening because of artificial intelligence, and we are all aware of. Of course, it's a boon as well as a bane at the same time. But yes, we have to live with it. We cannot live without artificial intelligence. That's a fact. But the increasing crimes is also a concern. So hopefully we have come to the end of the debate. Now, the ma'am, please give your opinions on the students and about the debate.
First, I want to congratulate to each one. They all were amazing, really. Starting from Budogan to our Bascar, to Bujan, to Makata, all, and they really, I can say that this was a real example of the debate, and especially the topic is very important. And we all, like audience, listening them, we learn a lot of new things. So they were so, I can say, so brave, each one. When I see how Burojan started with his nonverbal communication, with his hands, then Bascar with his voice. I can say that when we were listening, we were listening really with attention because they speak on that way. They were not monotonic, they were very interesting. So I can say that they are great speakers. And our Professor Achana will confirm that because she is an expert in that also. So she's an amazing. So I think that the point here and this debate, and as we say today, that we have the Oxford debate. So it was really made on the correct way. We have the structure of the debate. We have two debate teams. We have three in each one team. We have three debaters who were serving their teams. So now our participation, our audience, and we will not lose our job there, Burujan. No, we will work. We will work. Artificial intelligence will not be a burglar of us. Even it is a boom. Even it is a boom. I think that we will still be the number one. What, Baskar, what you say on that? Will we be still number one?
Ma'am, we shall be.
Yes, yes. And our amazing Mejabin, our great host, you conduct this amazing. Congratulations. Wonderful.
Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am. Okay, I hand over the virtual mic to our host, Manjoy ma'am. Please take over the mic, ma'am.
Thank you, Majubin. That was indeed a wonderful mock presentation of this debate, and I hope the students will benefit a lot. Thank you, Nada ma'am, for your motivational words to our talented team. And I'm left only to say that AI, if it is used in an ethical way, it will ensure improvement and efficiency in various sectors. So thanks once again to Majubin and her team. Well, now we have an interactive session. Our speakers are ready to answer the queries. We are lucky to have Jeannie ma'am and Professor Nada ma'am sparing their valuable time to be with us for so long. So, students and educators, if you have any queries, you can put forth your queries to our speakers. You can raise your hand.
Yeah, Anwar sir is there, I think, Manjui.
Just wanted to know that now we have our esteemed guest here from all over the world, which is commendable. It's a nice platform where our children are getting some opportunity to at least interact with them. So, what I would like to point out is, any of you all would like to give any tips to our children that at this age, when we have, juggling between our digital age as well as our normal life. So there is a transit, as you can see, they are moving towards the digital life. So can you give some tips that how do they balance their life well? As a parent as well as as a teacher, I would like to point out because we've been interacting with a lot of students. So I'm sure you'll have some better inputs. I would appreciate that.
Well, thank you for your confidence in my ability to understand and comment on that. I'm at the point now where I observed a lot of young people involved in electronic devices all the time. And I can't help but equate it to my childhood when I was outside running around, breathing fresh air, developing my muscle tone, playing with my animals. And I somehow feel that they're missing out a little bit on that kind of an experience. But I have to accept the fact that the world changes. Okay. I cannot keep clinging to the past and saying blah, blah, blah. But I would like to comment. This is not really a question. I'd like to comment on the debate that I was the privileged to listen to. And I have to agree with you 100%. These were all acclaimed debaters. I could really see that they had experience and skill. And this, as we say in the US, was not their first rodeo. They had done this before. I don't know if you even understand that expression.
Yeah.
But this is what I want to say, because the other day I posted an advertisement. I do speaker coaching online, and I got a question from an adult. And the question was, will artificial intelligence ever replace me as a speaker coach? And I just have to tell you, no, because there is a lot involved in working with a client to help them develop their speaking. And AI, excuse me for this, AI will never replace my eyes, my ears, and my insight. It will never. And I'm not saying that AI will not be a valuable tool for people that are trying to improve themselves. Yes. There are, I just extend my comments a little bit more. There are programs right now that you can buy for monthly fee. I'm sorry, I don't know this. I have a glass of water here.
Today also, Madame Jenny, your something in the air.
I know it's a lot going on here, but this is the point. You can buy a program now where you can talk into your phone, and the program will count how many ahs, ums, likes, blah, blah, blah. And you can, spend $5, $6, $10 a month. But I suggest to you that you can create your own video and count your own ums and ahs and save yourself $5 a month. Excuse me for that. So I am keeping an open mind regarding artificial intelligence. I'm trying to do a little bit of reading up on it. But this is my biggest fear as a professor. AI opens the door to plagiarism. And I don't like that at all. Because when I was grading papers, we actually had a program where you could put the paper into the program, and the program would tell you where that quotation came from. And then the student hadn't cited their reference, so AI is a big conglomeration of taking this, that, and the other thing. And So I am on the fence. I am neither boom nor bane. I am still on the fence about that. But I enjoyed this experience very much, listening to these very talented young people putting on a debate. I was very impressed with their arguments, with their confidence in their arguments, and thank you for letting me be a part of this.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. We are also overwhelmed by your presence and Professor Nada ma'am's presence. So our second query, anybody from the participants?
I guess there are some questions in the chat box.
Okay, so kindly you can read it out.
Yes, ma'am. One of the student asked, is there debate for kids?
Yes.
For kids. In the upcoming events, definitely we'll hold such events because we are happy that your debate could motivate our young kids. So surely we'll have that in our upcoming events next week, by next week.
Yes, it is great to to adults to present to the kids and they can learn. So it is really today a great session. I'm sure that all our students are very satisfied, really satisfied, because I am so much because we need more sessions like this.
Yes, thank you so much, Nada ma'am. So in the extempore activity, we had 3 more students who were waiting eagerly to participate. Can we move over again?
They need to present, yes.
Yes, they were very eager to speak on a topic and of course get the compliments and get a feedback from our judges. So can I now request Adrika Borthakur to kindly select a topic from the extempore speech. So you can speak on any topic of your choice.
I think, Mejibin, you give the time limit because the guests have a lot of other works. We should.
Okay. So the time limit is 2 minutes. Everyone, please mind the time. If you cross the limit, I'll give a text in the chat box. Please see the chat. Okay. Mind it, it's just 2 minutes. Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am, am I audible?
Yes. Yes, please start soon.
I think Adrika is
You are
having.
muted. Adrika, your mic is muted. So unmute yourself, please.
And camera is also not on.
Yes, your camera is also not on. Okay, as you take your time, we'll move to Sabreen Anwar.
Yes. Audible?
Yes.
So I wanted to be speaking about if I could have been a prime minister for the day. So if I could have been a prime minister for the day, first I wanted to be giving homeless like houses, money to homeless, and I wanted to be giving every single person in the country they will get best education, and for the animals I wanted to be giving them a lot of shelter and keeping them safe from rain, wind, anything that could harm them. And if I was a president, I would like to hold a lot of competitions or something. And and if I wanted to be the president, I would want to make more of more plants in our country. So I would like to organize a special day in the special day in the month. So everyone has to plant a plant or a tree in the society. So I think that's it. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Sabri. Next, we have Akshita Barman.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay. What do you do when you don't have anyone to turn to during your hardest times? What do you do when you don't have any driving force to just keep you going in life? Good evening, everyone. I am Akshita Burman, and today I shall speak from my personal experience about the significance of self motivation. So, to answer the question, self motivation is the driving force that keeps us going on in life. It's our internal drive to achieve, produce, develop, and keep moving forward. Whenever we think that we're ready to quit, or we just don't know how to start something, it's our self motivation that keeps us going forward. There are several reasons as to why self motivation is so important in ourselves. It's a very important personality trait, and it really helps us become successful in life if we develop it at an early age. So, firstly, nobody else will motivate us during our hardest times. Like whenever you've disappointed everybody in your life, for example, then nobody will be there to motivate you. Because you are in such a difficult place. So you are the only person who knows your strengths and weaknesses to properly get the words that can motivate you, and you know yourself better than anybody else does. So you should be the only person who has the right to give any advice to yourself. And it's not like everybody wishes the best for you, so so you should always think about think about yourself, and not all, don't be selfish. I'm just saying that you should you should be insightful, and you should do introspection on yourself every day, and to know the mistakes that you've made so that you can improve as a person. uh, Also, we should to properly gain self-motivation and to properly make this a personality trait, we must stop seeking other people's validation. We must stop seeking external validation, because because sometimes people may say fake things to us that just to like make us feel better, and we must know when to spot those things. That is why we must always try to ignore other people's opinions about us, because like they will never know us as well as we know ourselves. Not only that, but self motivation also promotes personal growth. When we get to really motivate ourselves properly, then we will grow as a person, as a human being, and we can achieve all our goals and whatever we want. That is why it really promotes personal growth, and it also helps us gain self-esteem and self-love for our even the worst selves, for our most unlovable selves that we think do not deserve any love. So that is why, to conclude, I believe that self-motivation is really important, as it helps us develop as a human being, and helps us stop caring about other people's opinions. Thank you.
Thank you, Akshita. So I would like to request Jenny ma'am to kindly comment on these two participants.
Okay, I'm going to admit that I really didn't get to hear Sabrine's presentation because the sound was kind of garbled on my end, and I really didn't even understand her point. But I'm sorry about that. So maybe Professor Nada can pick up the slack there. But the other speaker, Akshita Barman, I just want to congratulate you on having such a mature attitude. I love the fact that at your age, you understand that not everybody wishes the best for you. You know, a lot of people don't learn that for a long, long time in their life. And so they continue to make mistakes by, not seeing red flags, by giving people the benefit of the doubt long after they don't deserve it. But you are very, very astute. And I'm really proud of you. And self-motivation is a wonderful thing to have. And, I have a sign above my screen because when I was in grad school, I felt overwhelmed lots of times. And so I would always say, I still have the sign up here. This is what I wrote to myself. Motivate yourself or be miserable. Procrastination is self-inflicted punishment. Get it done. And I still have that sign here because sometimes I need to remind myself. So you are very mature and very wise. And once again, I apologize that I couldn't really understand Sabrine's presentation. So I hope Professor Nada can step in and give that. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Jenny ma'am, for your encouraging words to Akshita. And Professor Nada ma'am, would you like to say something about Sabrine?
I also want to say that the both were today great. Even they don't talk about the same topic. Akshita about the motivation, and from Sabrina's we can say that she is also very self-motivated. She really she's so young and she's so strong. She's already, I can say, uh this is the generation which I can say that when they come to elementary school, they are already like students before when they come to high school. They are older. They're older, and they are visionary. They are visionary. So for me, Sabrina is a great visionary, and I'm sure that if she continue on this way, like she today presents her topic, she gives her opinion, she gives her conclusion, she gives her visions, that she has a bright future. And also our Akshita has a bright future, and all the students today have a bright future. And I'm really happy. I'm really happy. Where is our great professor, which we're asking for the balance between normal life, professional work, and with this digital work. We cannot stop this rapidly growing development of the digital technology. We cannot stop artificial intelligence. But our great host Monjoy, she said that many times today, the ethical part also. So we need to take care about this ethical part. And we have a character. We have a character. AI with AI, we cannot say that AI can replace us because AI don't have that part. And these amazing students have this character. They have such a lot of knowledge. And not only knowledge, I like to see this part of them, confidence, empathy, critical thinking. You see how they are speaking. So really, this is again for a big clap for them, and we can be happy. All of us can be happy because today we witness that. I don't like when people are so depressive and then they say there will be nothing from these kids. These kids will be amazing. They will be amazing because we cannot encourage them. We cannot encourage them. How can we say today to Akshita when she say I cannot. How can people talk about me? Why can they say their opinion? I know the best about myself. So this is something because she said good. Sometimes people will say you make it great, but you didn't make it great. So then if we say something opposite of that, how will Akshita learn that? How will she correct that? So I agree with them. And today, really, I adore these students. I'm on your side. I'm on your side today. And in this debate and in the presentations before today between Madame Jani, Sir Rajput, and now at the end of these two amazing students. So this is what Professor Nada wants to say. You are ready. You are ready to move. You can move everywhere. So today, Oxford debate. Who knows? Maybe someone from you will be on the Oxford, Harvard. We have such a great big universities and well known. So many blessings and best wishes to all of you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your encouraging words to all our students. And we are blessed indeed to have erudite scholars like you, speakers and educationists like you, sparing so much of your valuable time to be with us. Thank you once again.
Thank
Last but
you.
not Last but not the least, we have a short wrap up activity that will ignite your memory as you identify those famous personalities from different fields across the globe. I request my co host Majubin to display the photos, and all the participants are going to name it in a sequence in the chat box. So get ready. I would also like to request our judges Sachini ma'am and Sikyanji sir to get ready and take a note of the correct answers.
Post your answers in the chat box, please, everyone, in a sequence.
Okay, Akshita Barman once again ready with all the answers. Khushbu Firdausi ready with all the answers. Next. So how much time do we have, Majubin? 1 minute. Harshita Borwa. Majubin, you are muted.
Yes, ma'am, we have 1 minute.
Okay.
So 34 ends and we just step into 35 and then we are done.
So today we are running short of time. I think we'll announce the winners in our next episode. What say, Majubin?
Yes, ma'am, definitely.
It's a great matter of pride for creative writing modern age to
Very
be
good,
able.
Swarnali Mitra. You did it
Yes.
in a very good way.
So, how many seconds left?
Ma'am, we have 30 seconds left.
Okay, okay. So, come on, students.
Ma'am, we
So
have
we
a question from Soumyadeep Mahato. He texted me personally. He just
okay.
wanted to ask me how to concentrate in studies.
So that question is for whom? Can he say that? To
He
our
told me it's for me.
yes.
Ma'am, he asked me that.
So
Okay,
you have
how
to
to
answer that.
concentrate in your studies? You have to answer that.
Because
Okay.
you didn't qualify for the NEET, I think that is why.
Okay.
Actually, the question was because in this AI world, how should we concentrate in studies leaving the AI system?
Okay,
Oh.
time is over, everyone.
Yes, that's a very interesting question, Samyadeep.
We have to
I
take a
think,
full discussion about it.
yes, I think Majubin, Ayan, then we have this students, no? So
Gauri's.
Gauri, yes. So they can answer it better. We have to keep another session, Majubin, for that. So we need
We
to keep
need
a
a
track
different session.
when to answer what. So surely we'll continue with our upcoming events. We'll keep this in mind. So I think the time is up.
Yes, ma'am, time is up.
Okay, so we'll keep a note of the ones of the participants who have answered everything correctly. We move on now with the other proceeding. So last year, on this day, that is 7 July 2023, the virtual summer camp was organized and it was a grand success then. So we had almost 5 speakers, international as well as national, from the country itself. So they joined in and we had many students participating, and there were activities also, listening, speaking, writing. So a lot of activities were there, and some of the participants, they have joined today. I have seen some of them, they had left, they had just texted because it was getting a little late. But I think from the earlier participants, we have Khushbu with us. So we have
Thank you,
Khushbu.
ma'am.
Yes. So Khushbu, will you like to say something? And I would like to request our technical team of CWME to kindly display the photograph photograph of hers. With the awards. The awards were sent to her from Mumbai because she had participated in many of the events and she was a winner there. So Khushbu, would you like to say something?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak. Last year on this day, I was attending the workshop, and I found the workshop to be very informative. The workshop was with specific hands-on skills, and I got a prize on. It was an activity on listening and speaking skill. Overall, I would like to say that it was informative both for students and both for teachers as well. And it is encouraging to know the techniques that can be used and that are understandable and used on daily basis. So thank you, everyone. And thank you, Monjoy ma'am, for giving me the opportunity to speak. Thank you.
So this is your photograph. So this is Khushbu with the
Thank
award
you.
sent to her and with the certificate. So Khushbu is now in grade 11, a student of Royal Global School, Guwahati.
Congratulations, congratulations, Khushbu.
So she was also very eager to join in the declamation speech, but due to some problems, she couldn't join in soon. So we'll have more such events and we'll have speakers, eminent speakers like you guiding our students. So we will be overwhelmed by your presence, ma'am, Nada ma'am, and Jeannie ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you. We will
So
be
from
honored.
yes, ma'am. So from the participants, if anyone wants to say from the participants of last year, is anybody there? So Harshita. I think Harshita Borua, you were there in the last session also. Would you like to say something or a takeaway of today's workshop? Just a 2 line.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am, for providing this opportunity to speak. And I think this might be the second time participating in an event organized by CWMA, and I'm grateful to be a part of this event because it's a platform where students get an opportunity to gain knowledge about speaking skills, listening skills, and I hope that this would provide us more knowledge and will also motivate us how to overcome the fear while speaking in front of a large audience, and also uh, you know the words spoken by the speakers across the globe has provided us an immense amount of knowledge. So I'm thankful to be a part of this event, and thanks a lot to Monjoy ma'am for giving me this opportunity to join in this event. Thanks a lot.
It's my pleasure, Harshita. So we always want budding talents like y'all who are so much interested in joining these literary platforms. And thanks to the founder and mentor of Creative Writing Modern Age, Rachna Chakrabarti ma'am, who always thinks in a different manner and always makes us take that step. So thank you, ma'am, once again for providing us this platform to showcase everyone's talents. And now we move on, and I would like to request anyone from the participants to just give a feedback, a takeaway of today's workshop. So as it is getting late, we have only a few participants now. And from the participants, if anybody is eager to give a feedback, and even we have our judges, Sikanji sir, and we have Sachini ma'am. So if they are also willing to give a feedback, a takeaway of today's event, you are most welcome. Anyone from the participants? Yes, Ayan Bhaskar, you are raising your hand. So
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I would like to thank CWMA for organizing such an amazing event. It was really helpful learning from Madam Nada Ratkovich and Jenny Repson, ma'am. It was very, all the slides are so important, and everything that was written was in a proper layout, and it was very easy to understand for us because we are learning now, and it was very easy for us to understand the format, what is debate and what is extempore, etc., etc. I also like the way they gave feedback to each one. It is very important for us because we are learning now, and they are the expert of this field, and they are like at the top position possible now. So the feedback really matters for us. I would like to thank Rachna ma'am and also Monjoy ma'am for making this event happen and us with providing us with the opportunity to showcase our talents.
thank you, Ayan. That was a great feedback of yours. So we want budding stars like y'all, to be in our organization always, and also motivate the youngsters. Thank you. And do we have anyone from the participants willing to give a feedback? Samyadip.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Samyadip.
Audible?
Yes.
So actually, I would thank the whole CWMA team and even Professor Anchana ma'am for giving me the opportunity to speak in this such a beautiful platform where we get to know many things, new things we got to know. That what is debate, as someone told, I think, about this, about what is debate and extempore speech and many things. And I would even thank the judges and even the hosts for making it a successful one. And I would like to participate for further events also. And I would personally thank ma'am, because Ranchana ma'am, because few days ago I was not aware of this, so Ranchana ma'am only texted me about this. I got to know by her only, as she texted me. Otherwise, I would have not been here with you all. So thank you, ma'am, and everyone present here. Very, very thanks.
Thank you, Samyadip. We always need enthusiastic students like y'all. So next we have Akshita.
Hello. I was so bored in the summer vacation because I had nothing else to do. And the fact that I had this workshop like today, I just felt so wonderful that I got to do something today that I really love doing. And love the fact that we CWMA even went as far as to invite guest speakers from other countries like Nada ma'am and Jeannie ma'am. And of course, Rajput sir, who's from India, in this workshop, and I just love the fact that we got to learn about their opinions. They give their remarks about our speeches, about the debates, etc. And I just really, I really thought that this was a productive session, and I hope that I'm a part of further sessions like this.
Thank you, Akshita. So when we have students like y'all, we can think of organizing more such events. So
And Madame Manger, you hear her summer holidays finished, and it was boring. So
yeah,
sorry to hear that.
so it's very sweet of her. So we have Midusmita Sharma. She is the counselor of well, I missed out the chat. So she had also left a comment very nicely. She is the counselor of TRB Civil Hospital, and she had texted, "Thank you for sharing such an interesting and insightful, informative session. Grateful to be a participant of this amazing workshop." Thank you, Mridusmita. So we want audiences and participants like you to encourage our work. And we have our judge Sachini also saying thanks to all the eminent, I just missed out. So can I just request my co-host to read it out? Yes, thanks to all the eminent speakers and the
Yes,
team members.
ma'am. So Sachini ma'am has texted.
Yes.
Thank you to all the eminent
Yes, speakers and the team members for inviting us. That is, both of them as judges. There were some technical and network glitches. So looking forward for more such wonderful events. Okay, thank you to our judges. And anyone from the participants still want to say something? Adrika, would you like to give a feedback? You got nice compliments from Ginny ma'am in your
Yes, ma'am.
declamation speech.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I would like to say I thank you very much for such a wonderful and such a powerful session. It was really motivating for all of us to connect with such speakers from all around the globe. I had attended sessions like this before, but I would say this is by far one of the most powerful, most innovative, most useful session that I have attended. And thank you, Monjoy ma'am, for giving this opportunity. I am really grateful to join session, and I look forward for joining more sessions as well. And thank you, Jeannie ma'am, for your compliments. It means a lot. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Adrika. So if we don't have more further participants wanting to say something, we are going to proceed. So is there anybody raising their hands or wanting to say something? We have Swarnali, who was from the beginning, and she is still there. Swarnali, would you like to say something?
Yes, I'm sure. Today, actually, for the first time, I joined this workshop of CWMA, and I was so happy to join this because the informative session has taught me to do debates, and tips by Jenny ma'am, Nada ma'am, and Rajput sir is always going to help me and all the participants here. So I want to thank the whole team of CWMA and to all the hosts and speakers. And at last, thank you so much, ma'am, for giving me this opportunity to talk here.
Thank you, Swarnali. Well, we then move on. Today's workshop is just an endeavor to make the interested students have a glimpse of the art of public speaking, which was enlightened with valuable insights from the great esteemed speakers themselves. Hope, dear students, you enjoyed listening to them as the way we too were left mesmerized. Well, we'll be organizing more such events in the coming week, and the ones who are interested can join us. You are already there in our WhatsApp group, so stay connected. Now, I would like to request our dynamic founder and mentor of CWME, Mrs. Rachna Chakraborty ma'am, to deliver her speech.
Thank you so much, Manjuri. I would say good evening, good afternoon, good morning from everyone who has joined us today, especially to the guests. And salute, ma'am, to all of you for your patience, listening to our children, giving them encouragement. Today, I thought a day to be listening. So I was developing my listening skills as Manjuri, our dearest host, is there. She's always talking about the skill development, and I was developing my listening skills. Most of the time, I do talking. So today, I thought I'll do listening, and it was really amazing. Really, I had a great time, Jenny ma'am. It was like I'm really blessed, I should say, rather to listen to you live. Of course, in the social media, I have heard most of your speeches, but to be here with you, sharing the platform, Nada ma'am is like now we are just sharing so many platforms together. But Jenny ma'am with you, it's the first time I've been trying since Christmas, I think, to have a session with you, and it went on to New Year. And ma'am is so busy. Children, I should tell you, you all are the lucky one that we got ma'am for you because she's so busy. Back to back, she's having sessions. Nada ma'am, as ever, she's with so many universities. She's very busy. But since she's a dear friend of mine, we are working for AI, we are working for IIU, we are working for so many universities. Nada ma'am, always, if I say anything, she just says yes. She'll
Yes.
yeah, she'll never say
Yes,
no
yes,
to
I
me.
cannot say to Professor Rachana because we are really friends, so many years together. So
Praise
really,
thy Lord, praise thy Lord. So finally, I got Jenny ma'am for you all children. So it was you can say my pleasure. And I'm really happy that I'm sharing the platform with such dynamic personalities. And now to add on, we have the young kids. Mehjabeen is doing an amazing work. She is a wonder kid, I can say, because of her talent of networking and bringing so
yes.
many people together in the same platform. So it was a wonderful session listening to all of you today. I had little problem with the technology thing because my laptop is, I don't know, acting very funny today. I don't know why it's listening to me
You
because
know, when you put it, it was recording. So what we say, it
I
records and repeat.
I really didn't understand why it was acting so
Listen,
funny.
you know what I think? That is problem of AI. I think
Yes,
that we
yes, that's
click new options. Somebody from AI and AI was repeating whole
repeating and
time.
re-repeating.
That was
And
a practical demonstration, ma'am, of AI.
Yes, Madame
I,
Monjoy said
yes, correct, correct.
you need to
Madam, I
listen you
want to
at the
add
beginning.
one more
So
thing.
we
I
have
think
demonstrated that.
I think my laptop was acting today because we had a beautiful lady amongst us, Jenny ma'am, with a
Yes.
beautiful, lovely hat. My laptop
Yeah, I
also
think the
wanted
hat
to
is
listen
problem. Hat.
and see her most of the time. So I did not want to shift from anywhere. It did not want to show any presentation. So it's like it was proper that Jenny ma'am's lovely smile and a hat. Children, don't you all agree that she is her smile is so catching till the end? You could sit down only to look at her smile. So it's so captivating. And of course, her speech, of course, knowledgeable. Her smile is so captivating. That keeps us going till the end. That same mode of smile, that same, that moment of smiling. It is really lovely, ma'am, to get connected with you. And our students have learned a lot, or learned a lot from you, ma'am. And I'm sure in the coming week, we are coming up with some more competitions. That is why I said, Manjuri, I'll not take much time because today I wanted to listen. But just for one announcement for all the children who had a lot of queries, those who have not yet registered, please do register very quickly because in this week, we are coming up with competition as you all have learned the skills of public speaking from Jenny ma'am. Then about extempo speech from Rajput sir and debating skill from Nada ma'am. So we are coming up with a set of events. Do register soon. And this will be conducted towards the end of the week. That is on Friday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. We will have 3 events. So don't leave the group. Today was just our mentors day. So we had our mentors with us. So it was, and plus some warm up activities so that you can understand and on the spot take out your mistake. It was kind enough for our guests and our mentors who commented personally on each speaker. So that was the touch of, you can say, a connection which our mentors have done. Where do you get such mentors? And it's like our pleasure to have such mentors who gave a personal touch to every single speaker, talking about them, motivating them, taking out small here and there what they can do. So with that, maybe in the coming end of the week, the coming events, you will be there with such golden colors or lively colors. All will be winners. So our judges, lastly, I would like to thank Sichini, who has joined from Sri Lanka, and Sizyanki, who has joined from Uganda as a judge for the event, today's event. I would request both of you, though your cameras are not on, but anyway, I would request, they are the members and team members of CWMA and the all external affairs committee members from CWMA. So I'm really thankful to both of you, Sechini and Sidyanki, for being here with us. Yes, I can see you, Sechini. She is a poet and amazing speaker too. She also hosts a lot of events for CWMA, founder member of CWMA along with me. So I would request both of you to be there with us towards the end of the week too, where we will be having the events, the competitions on speech, debate, and public speaking. So it would be a pleasure to listen to you all and judging that along with some other judges will be there. So, and the students who had joined in and who had already registered, be in the group. Just be in the group. We will inform you accordingly what is there. So the rules which you had learned today, the importance which you had learned today will be considered when you are taking part in the competition. So competitions are not to demotivate, as Akshita said, that her summers were very boring. So Akshita, don't get boring. We have a lot of events coming up for you. So it's just get buckle up and be ready to run the race with CWMA. So we have a lot of events coming up. So no boringness at all if you are tied up with CWMA. So, and again, I would like to thank the amazing speakers, the challenging. It's always, I really am happy to see, listen to such speakers like Ayan Bhaskar. So he is a very good speaker. Adrika, I really loved. Akshata already, I told I have met her before also. She is amazing as usual. But Ayan, Bhaskar and Adrika, you all were, and even there was one Ganguly, I think. I loved her speaking also in extempo. On the spot, she had said, ha, Ishani
Aishani Ganguly.
Yes, Aishani Ganguly. She too spoke very well. So it was like listening the debate, Mehjabin, which you had organized, the mock debate. I conduct a lot of debates. So it is really, I was just like thinking like who will get the last bit. So for the Ryan International School, I was the judge for the debate competition. So for the motion and of the against. So judging the debate competition, you need to be very diverse. The last speech, who takes the cake? Because we all know both are having pros and cons. So it is very important how they present their views. And they did it very nicely. I forgot the other boy's name. What was his name? He's not there, I think.
Sanjeevan.
Sanjeevan, yeah. Sanjeevan too was very, very amazing. Uh, of course, I know Soumyadev Mahato, he is good, but he is into that motion. He has that feeling. But speakers, we need to be more, Soumyadev, you need to have that, that what you can say, the fire in you when you speak. And Jenny ma'am told, because she conducts speeches more. So Jenny ma'am already guided. Remember, listen. Those who have not listened, please go back and listen to their speeches. I would request, it's there in the YouTube video. Of course, subscribe for us also. Don't forget to do that. I'm not telling about that individually, but yes, do subscribe, but listen to their speeches, which will really help you. They had really given certain points. Jenny ma'am, it was like the pointers which you had pointed for public speaking is what the children need nowadays. It's the need of an hour. Because I always believe in what Steve Jobs says, stay hungry, stay foolish. So I always try to stay foolish, even though I have been in various platforms in various universities as a speaker. But I always try to stay foolish, which Steve Jobs said, maintaining myself that always, wherever there is knowledge, grab it, grab the knowledge. Even the students teach us how Adrika had presented herself, the way she spoke, every single thing. After just listening to Jenny ma'am, she got inspired. So children like her just needs your support, Jenny ma'am, little bits, shaping them here and there. They are already formed, but little shaping here and there they need. And who can do that better than both of you, Nada ma'am and Jenny ma'am? You are the best here. Of course, coming back finally to thank Manjuri. She is amazing, a news reader. I know her hectic schedule, then her mother is not well, but in spite of that, she just kept it aside and she has been preparing everything meticulously. And I am the one who, Jenny ma'am, to tell you I'm not at all meticulous. Arey ho jayega. It's like, it will be done. Once we are there with the speech, we can keep on speaking. I don't bother what I'm going to say, but Manju is the one who meticulously plans out and she takes along with Majibin. I said, I gave you Majibin. Now you meticulously plan. And I'm always out of the conversation. I always try to drag myself out. Thank you so much, Manjuri and Majibin, both of you. Manjuri, especially because I
Thank
know
you, ma'am.
your responsibilities which are there, but in spite of that, yesterday full night you were there awake, making every single last moment how to manage the time, which Jenny ma'am already said that the time is very important. I have 3 minutes to speak, so I will not exceed more than that, but just wanted to thank a few people who has really worked hard in this session, for this session, and they are my part of the team CWMA. So thanks to all of you from the bottom of my heart. Rajputji had to go for a dinner treat outside. So he didn't invite me though. That was very bad of him. So I would have accompanied him for the dinner along with him. He didn't take me. But anyway, Rajput sir, if you're hearing, enjoy the dinner. We are here still now. Anyway, we'll be signing off very soon. Thank you, Nada ma'am. Nada ma'am, just stay connected as you are with always so much of happiness and bonding. Nada ma'am was so happy that she was feeling sad she couldn't join yesterday. She wanted to join us instantly. She wanted to join yesterday only. The event was today. I said, Nada ma'am, don't worry. We are not going to leave you. The event is not yesterday. It is today. She said, oh, thank God.
Yes.
I was, she just missed out with the dates. So there was a couple of inconvenience for her. But I said, no, we are not going to miss you. We want you, means you should be there with us. So prior one day, after one day, she is always there with us. So students, you can put in your comments, those who are watching us live. For Jenny ma'am, we will forward it to her. She is a person who is related with art. So if you have that real, desire to know something, she's always there for you all. So just ask her and she gives it. She is also such a good human being. So thank you so much, Jenny ma'am. Thank you. I'm really touched because of your time which you gave. Early morning, I know in USA it is now. It's early hours of the morning. And Jenny ma'am, so nicely, she told me, Rachna, I am up already for your event. I'm going to now take a breakfast and be ready for your show. Get ready for the show. So it was so nice, sporty. Can we as children's, can't we do like that? Every single thing, can't we take it that sportily? Which Akshata said that we are getting bored. Don't get bored. We have a lot of work in CWMA. Mejibin, please engage her. She's getting bored. And you are having so much of work. So give Akshata some of your work and she will do it very nicely, I think. So include her and don't make her get bored. So thank you so much. So children, finally, please stay connected. Those who have not yet registered, do it very soon. You can get connected with the numbers given in our flyers and join our WhatsApp group for the upcoming competitions. We have amazing kids with us who are really doing very good. So last year it was amazing. This year also we had a lovely event. Thanks so much. Over to you, Manjuri. Thank you so much, Manjuri.
Thank you so much, Rachna ma'am. These words really mean a lot. So, planning everything and the declamation activity, I thought that yes, it needs to be there. And I selected the pieces of these great leaders that will be easier for the children to just emote the feelings. And it was so nice that our judges and speakers, they liked it. And students also, they came up within a very short span of time in such a nice way. So it will be very nice way if we just conduct such events in the upcoming week. And if our esteemed speakers of today, Nada ma'am, Jenny ma'am, they kindly give their dates and they be present there in our upcoming episodes. It will be great for us and also for the students.
Yeah,
So,
Manjuri, I just want to make another announcement. We are
yes.
having another event coming up in CWMA very soon, 21st July. So Jenny ma'am is also there because now when I got Jenny ma'am, I'm not going to leave her at all. So I'm going to take her for all my events. She's there. We are coming up with Cosmo Poetica, wherein the poets, young and mentor poets, will be joining in. We are talking about poetry as a form of literary art. And our young Mejabin too is a very nice poet. We have Sichani, we have Sizyanki, who are very good poets. Manjuri had already published her poetry book. Her book is out in Amazon. So we have a host of poets, and Jenny ma'am is also going to join us on 21st July, telling all of you, do watch our YouTube channel and don't forget to subscribe. Please, then only you'll be notified. Adrika, don't smile. You have to subscribe to our channel. I want your subscription there and some comments too. So we want to see you.
So, so finally, I express my sincere thanks to the keynote speakers who have spared their valuable time and they are with us till now. And it was, indeed a great endeavor of CWME to bring such stalwarts together. And I do hope the students joining us today has benefited and are equally thrilled by the activities, the knowledgeable inputs, and the presentations by our extremely talented young minds as well as our speakers on the importance of the soft skills, which are indeed the power skills, the communication skills. Well, in fact, with hope of organizing more such events with emphasis on English language, grammar, recitation, and grooming students to achieve their goals, I, Manjay Sharma, on behalf of CWME, would like to express my heartiest thanks to all the participants, the audience, and the parents in encouraging your children to join this event. Thank you all. Stay connected and over to my co-host, Majabin. to say the final vote of thanks.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you, all of you present here. I hope we conducted it very smoothly, though there were some technical glitches, but at the end, it was a successful session. Nada ma'am, Ginny ma'am, Rajput sir, all of you, you were so great. As my friend already mentioned, the slides were amazing. All the details were so properly mentioned. Thank you. Thank you for doing that hard work for us. I thank everyone for joining it. Everyone, you did an excellent job. All the speakers, be it declamation, extempo, everything was beautiful. Stay tuned so that we can conduct the upcoming events smoothly. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. That's all, Manjari ma'am.
Yeah.
So I would like to end the session on this positive note. Thank you to all once again.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
See you next time.